What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome to Goat James Kingdom. I'm here solo today, but T Perfect has helped me co-host the show today. Johnny's going to be out, but he's going to always be in the chat. Anyways, so today I'm going to let anybody who wants to challenge me to why LeBron is the GOAT on any category. So these are the categories that let me pull it up. So anybody could actually challenge me to this if they want. I'm fine with it. So it doesn't have to be only Jordan. It could be somebody else. If we want to talk about winning, you could talk about Bill Russell. If you want to talk about clutch, of course, you could talk about Jordan. Anything you want to do off the court, you could talk about Kareem or whatever you want to do. If you want to challenge me to any of these points, even if you're a LeBron fan, you could go ahead and challenge me to these points, and I will make the best argument why LeBron is ahead of these things right here. But first, me and Travis was discussing. We want to talk about uh, what's good, Craig. What's good?
Yo, what's
All
good?
right, so all right, so first we're gonna talk about the state of the NBA. I've been hearing so much about the NBA shooting too many threes, the game no one wants to watch. Even LeBron was complaining about the NBA shooting too many threes. Right now, the Boston Celtics are shooting 51 threes a game. It's crazy how many threes is going up. Even though the Lakers are a pretty terrible three-point shooting team, they're shooting, I believe, 33 threes a game. 33 on the game. 33, the Lakers, who are not great at shooting. They're like towards the bottom half, like what 25 in three-point percentage. They're pretty bad. So Travis, just thinking about the state of the game, how do you think all these threes is ruining the game, or if it's not, I want to hear your take on it.
I mean, I don't think it's ruining the game, but like if what you have is like you have these the people who are giving these takes or whatever, and like, I mean, it's just the game is you saw this coming. I mean, like 10 years ago it started like where the 3-point percentage because it's the most efficient shot, especially if you get an open look. It's but and really it's the one tool that allows like some of these bad teams to stay in front or to compete with like some of the more well-rounded teams, especially defensively. I mean, because you can get hot from three and erase deficits, go on runs, things like that. But I get it where the fans are coming from, where some of these players are coming from. It's not the most exciting thing where you're seeing just a bunch of inconsequential ball movement or players, even worse, players just jacking up threes, off the just without really any kind of ball movement at all, or just throwing it in and like what's coming. There's not going to be any deception, any clever plays drawn up. It's typically just majority of the game is that. No, I don't think that's really going to matter to like hardcore fans of each base, of each team, things like that, because they're going to roll with it. And it's not going to turn me off. But I can see the complaint. But what do you expect? It's the best way to play the game if you want to outscore your opponent.
Okay, all right, Craig, what you think?
I mean, yeah, I don't blame Steph. I blame the analytics because not everyone analytics told you it's better to shoot from three than that's the most efficient shot in the game. So everyone listens to the analytics and all these stat chases and stuff. So that's who's to blame. It's not even the players. If the coach tell me, hey, I want you to shoot 23s a game, I'm not complaining. Like the fuck. But
All
yeah,
right,
it's the
John,
analytics and nerds with the
you
numbers.
think it's the analytics? All right,
Yeah,
John, what you think?
it's definitely analytics, and it's crazy because I think the players get the blame for a lot of stuff, and no one ever look at the organization or the coaching. And you see, they're being told to shoot these amount of threes. I don't think it's hurting the game as much as they say it's hurting the game. I think it can look ugly sometimes if you have 70 missed threes in the game. That it looks ugly in a way, but I don't think it's hurting the game the way they're explaining it. I had saw something. I wish I could have sent it to you, B. Lee. What they show it was 70 missed mid-range shots in the game. It was a Bulls versus somebody game.
Spurs.
If I pull it up,
It
I
was the
send it to you.
Spurs. They won like in
Okay,
overtime,
yes,
like 73 to
yes,
70, something like
yes,
that.
Yeah, you perfect right on that. And it was like, was that ugly? Was anybody even saying that was ugly? So I don't think it's hurting the game the way it is. What I don't like is just to pull up shooting three. If you drive into the basket, it create an open three post. Hey, shoot the three. But the way they just come, it's not like it seems like it's the only option. Sometimes
I
it's like,
say with that rule, they should change the rule. If a play was in 2 feet, that's a 2-pointer. If you wide open, that's a 3-pointer. I bet you they stopped shooting that far.
they the NBA takes they listen wrongly sometimes. Even like the 65 game rule, I don't like it, but I see why they did it. But I don't think the three is hurting the game the way they said it is. Just like the whole the ratings is down stuff. The ratings ain't down because of the 3-point shot. The ratings are not even down. I mean, streaming isn't counted in that. I mean, I'm not paying you $70 million in streaming service because the ratings are down. I'm sending you 70 billion because the ratings are up, or even just consistently up. I mean, because hey, regardless of what you say, the kids like the long ball. They watching it. Where they getting it from? They getting it from the NBA.
Right. All right, Travis. I was listening to Gil's Arena, and they were talking about how the Golden State Warriors would not have a chance really versus the Lakers because of Shaq. Kenyon Martin was saying Shaq averaged 37 versus them, and he would do about the same versus Golden State because they don't have anybody to guard him. So Nick Young was trying to explain how Golden State offense is so potent that trading threes for twos and having Shaq run up and down the court would have Golden State ahead. So thinking about how the game is today, how the 3-point shot is today, is that who would you think in that scenario will have a better chance of winning that series? The 2000 Lakers when they're the title run, you could pick any year you want, or the 17, 18, you can even say the 19, though they lost Golden State Warriors.
I mean, especially if you're going by today's rules, I mean, I probably have Golden State just because not because they just shoot threes, but because they were so well balanced. Like, they played great defense, too. Like, that team, like, people forget they were a top 5 offense and defense that year. Like, they had plenty of fouls they could throw at Shaq. I'm
But
just saying,
in their mind, they have nobody to guard Shaq and Kobe. That's what they were saying.
well, I would take probably, if I'm going to make a real run on them, I'd probably take 01 or 02 Lakers because of, like, that was, I think, where Kobe really became prime. And he was right. There's no one who could really stick him. I mean, you're not going to have, I mean, I don't care what you say, he would obliterate Draymond Green. I mean, especially if they're doing one-on-one. No one else is going to stick him. I mean, you have guys who can maybe, challenge Shaq, but not really. Shaq was going to get his, and at a high efficiency too. Your best hope is that there's no one who's going to stick in front of Durant. Curry's going to wear down whoever he's at, but it's still going to be a good matchup because Derek Fisher. I mean, you have guys who can. You got that team. That Laker team was so well balanced. They had guys who could defend the perimeter. You had Robert Horry gets out there. You had Rick Fox, Bradshaw. You had Kobe. You had Derek Fisher. You had all these guys. Tyler. You guys had guys who could stick on the perimeter. Now, are they going to shut down Curry and Durant and Klay Thompson? No. Like, they're going to get those. The difference is, and again, I'm taking Golden State probably just because they how well balanced they were offensively. But if it went 7 games, I wouldn't be surprised because all those good Lakers could shoot threes too, especially if they had to adapt to that team. All those guys were good 3-point shooters. They just weren't doing it at volume because they didn't need to, because the game was slower. You had Shaq and Kobe. Rick Fox wasn't going to take 10 threes a game. Neither was Horry or Brian Shaw. Fisher was one of the best clutch 3-point shooters of all time. Like, he was probably going to get his, but I just think at the end of the day, prime, all those guys in their prime, would be tough to beat them, but there's no way Golden State's sweeping those guys. Like, there's if you actually watch the games, they match up well with them. But I still think Golden State takes it in 7 games probably.
All right, Craig, same question. What you think?
I mean, because if this era, with the 3-point line, I would give Golden State. I would say Golden State in like 7 games. I don't see no team any era. I don't see no team just winning 4 straight or just winning in 5 or a gentleman sweep. Cause KD game his game can resonate in any era. Like if the era with the mid range, he got that. If the era want to shoot threes, he got that. So it really would be: would you prefer Steph and KD or Lakers, Shaq and Kobe? And what Shaq, you can't really put Shaq in at crunch time because he's a liability on a free throw. So it really would just be Kobe against KD and Steph. So why would you think they wouldn't win?
All right, John, same question.
My only thing, would the Lakers sweep them or would they win in 5? The Warriors' playing style helps the Lakers. They're a half court team. So that means Shaq ain't running up and down the court. So it helps the Lakers. So just think, at one point, Shaq is going to have to guard KD. But at one point, KD's going to have to guard Shaq. Who gets who in foul trouble easier? Shaq is going to. I'm not even worried about the last 5 minutes of the game. Think about every minute before that. They have to guard Shaq. And I'm not even throwing Kobe into this conversation yet. I'm going to feed Shaq. They don't have anybody. Just think the fact that they just killed everybody with Steph, Clay, Harrison Barnes. Okay, it depends on which five you want to, because Iguodala and Clay. But even once KD got there, that lineup wouldn't even be able to play long because you will have to put somebody in there to guard Shaq, which he's going to put them in foul trouble. So even with KD, he's a 7-footer. So at some point, he's going to have to guard Shaq. He's just going to destroy that lineup. So my thing would be, would it be a sweep or would it? I don't think it'd be a sweep. I think they'll win in 5. I don't think it'd be a sweep. But I think the Lakers will win in 5. I mean, their playing style helps the Lakers because they're not a run and shoot team.
I mean, one thing I will say about that is, I mean, that's a pretty good take. It's like, I think that the one thing is like easily the thing that, like, if you knew that team was only going to be able to beat you by shooting threes efficiently, that's probably what was going to happen, because they're not going to decimate you in the post. They're not going to settle. Then they're not going to just like try to take a ton of mid-range shots, because like the Lakers had far better defenders on that team than Golden State did overall. I think you had Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox was very underrated defensively. He could probably go straight up with Klay Thompson anytime. I mean, like, they're not going to shut him down completely, but like, you had guys who could be out there. Robert Horry was a key cog there. He could probably do something with Durant. I mean, he's not gonna shut him down, but I mean, the Lakers have a great chance. If any team has a chance, those Lakers did, because you're not going to stop Kobe and Shaq. They're going to get their 80 points, 75, 80, like on, high efficient volume. But it's just who can take the other's strength away.
So basically, it's KD and Steph and Shaq and Kobe wash themselves out. It seems like it's what the rest of the roster between them. And I like Golden State roster overall than what I did with the 01 Lakers. Yes, you had Robert Horry, you had Rick Fox, but I never see those guys hit shots when big shots, when they needed to, like back against the wall. I've seen Clay score 60 on
what?
on what, 2 dribbles?
11 dribbles for the whole game.
You never saw Fisher hit shots when they were against the wall? You must not have watched basketball, bro.
What? No, I'm saying compared to Klay Thompson, yes, they haven't done. I can't see them stopping Klay Thompson. I just can't see it. I seen a guy score 60 on half a dribble. Like, what is Rob Horry fame? A 3-pointer against the Spurs?
I mean, one thing I would say is how efficient Golden State was offensively, and I'm not sure how much Shaq can go up and down the court running with Golden State, moving with Golden State, because we saw how, for instance, when the Spurs was moving the ball around in 2014, that was crazy. Like, that offense was was something that we've never seen before. How they moved the ball, and they just went through the league. And then when we go to Golden State, they upped the ante. And then when Kevin Durant got there, it's like what we are just scrambling with three other greatest shooters on the same squad. So how can you how can you guard three of the greatest shooters of all time compared to guarding two of the most dominant players of all time? I think that's the argument. That's the argument right there. Can Shaq get out and defend outside of the paint?
The
Well, I mean,
Lakers got
you're
one
not going to really have
person
to
that can
guard
create
Zaza
their own shot.
Pachulia or JaVale
Golden
McGee.
State got 4 that can create their own shot.
Uh,
I mean, you're not going to have to
what do
guard
you think, Kevin?
those centers that Golden State has, really. I mean, but Shaq only wouldn't just be worn out instantly, and like it
Mhm.
wouldn't just be a fast break thing all the time. Lakers would slow the game down on their possessions, grind it out. They would make the Golden State, and like they would know what the Golden State's going to do. The challenge on Golden State, yeah, the three of the greatest shooters of all time, but they're not going to get just like wide open looks all the time because they know what's coming. You don't have to compensate for their inside game, and like they're going to lock it down, like with Shaq and all the other personnel there. And so, it's just, I mean, like I said, you can't really do anything with Steph, and like they're going to get theirs, but I just don't think it's this runaway that I've heard that people think it's going to be. Like, there's no way.
Doesn't the rules today help Shaq defensively? Because he doesn't have to guard somebody the whole time. He can zone in a way. I know he can't sit in the paint, but doesn't today's rule defensively actually help Shaq? And because if you go to their rule before the 2000 rule, I think that team can blow the water off the Lakers before the zone rules, because it will force Shaq to have to guard somebody. But I think today's rules help Shaq's defensively, but it terrorizes Golden State. And I really do believe the Lakers will run right through them based off today's rules, because the defense actually helped Shaq in a way.
Yeah, Shaq wouldn't have to play any defense. Who's going to have to guard it? Like, and not team. Like, unless they put Durant at the 5.
He didn't have to play defense when he won.
False.
Well, he made sure no one got to the rim, so he did that. If he did, he was going to foul him. But I believe
I just
the
can't see the
Lakers.
Lakers winning so easily. Like, you got 3 players on one team that create their own shot compared to one team. Because to me, Shaq can't create his own shot. You got to give him the ball. Kobe's the only option that can create his own shot. So you got that right there. Like, the only time Robert Horry or Rick Fox is getting a look is if they double teaming Shaq and he getting them open. You can't do that with Clay. You can't double team anyone on the Golden State roster and leave any one of them open.
You wouldn't have to.
I mean, have you guys, like, when I used to watch Golden State play, I was like, man, they cannot double anybody on Golden State. Have you seen a team that you just cannot double, and they're constantly going off of screens? I think that's what's going to make it difficult for the Lakers.
When they got KD, it made it impossible to double.
Yeah, that's like personally, I think the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe is probably the best team that I ever seen play basketball. Those guys was like, you have Shaq and Kobe on the same team, plus a good defensive team and the greatest coach of all time. But I always thought that no one could beat Shaq and Kobe. But just listening to Gilbert Arenas them argument, I was like, I don't know. Golden State, it seems like I remember watching, you could not double them at all. Like, you can't double off of Steph. You can't double off of Clay. You can't double off of Kevin Durant. I mean, at Draymond Green,
right.
like, yeah, yes, like
when they got KD,
even though
possible.
Draymond Green is, he's not an offensive scorer, but he literally takes himself out of that by being the ball facilitator. So you really only got one player on that court who's not a dominant offensive player.
And that's the one that
which you say like
the offense open.
Yeah, that's just one player, and it's gonna be Shaq's man. It's gonna be Shaq's man.
Because of what in 16
So,
with the
like,
cat.
I was saying, Shaq may benefit more because of how the Golden State played offense, but I don't think it has anything to actually do with Shaq on the defensive end. He may run up and down the court more often, and he will be more fatigued playing Golden State than any team that he's ever played. He will be more
Man,
fatigued,
well, Shaq didn't give
and
him
once
that.
Shaq go out, yeah. Once Shaq go out, he's going to sit out at least 15 minutes, and that's 15 minutes of
I'm
that
about to
small
say,
lineup.
Shaq played in this era with this up and down the court. He's not playing 35 minutes a game. He'll play
Yeah,
32 at
yeah,
that.
yeah. He's not. Yeah, he's not.
So you don't think they
He
had
will
the
be
example
gassed.
versus Sacramento with the running up and
You
down?
said-
Just the example. I ain't talking. Just don't think about the team. Shaq actually played against that type of team in Sacramento.
They had
He
to
has
shoot
the example.
for the Lakers to win, though.
I mean, yes, I get you. I ain't gonna never fault you on that because I definitely believe that. But I mean, you seen him do it. So my thing is when they got KD, it made them impossible to double anybody because in 16, what the Cavs did was literally fall off Harrison Barnes. They left him open to shoot the shot. And they replaced Harrison Barnes with Kevin Durant because the team before, I believe, can be beat. But the KD team made it almost impossible. But at the same time, we're talking about Golden State offense. They got to play defense too. And them getting in foul trouble. You're right, Craig, when you say you got more players on Golden State who create. But they don't create shots to commit fouls. Kobe creates shots to commit fouls. Now, who gets in foul trouble? Because now you got Kobe going to the basket. You got Shaq creating fouls. And that's my thing. It's the creating foul and who's coming in, who's getting in foul trouble, and who's coming in for the players that they creating foul trouble against. And I think that matters. What if Clay gets 2 quick fouls, he out? It helps Golden State. What if KD get 2 fouls, he out quick? It helps. I think Steph.
But John, think about this. If Kobe get 2 fouls or Shaq get
That's
two
what I was
fouls,
literally about to say.
I mean, Golden State has more players. More players. Golden State has the advantage in that situation.
You're right. That's why I said it wouldn't be a sweep. Remember, I changed my mind. I said it wouldn't be a sweep.
I
But
mean,
they don't
if
create
Shaq
fouls,
is in
though.
foul trouble, like it's over with,
I mean, who's going?
right?
gonna
Is
get
it
foul
over
trouble
with?
again?
Shaq in foul trouble? It's over with,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. No, you're 100% right. It's over.
Right.
Well, who is he fouling? Looney? Bogut?
I mean, just think about not being able to double, and he see players coming over. He has to block it 100% of the time, or he's
Golden
going to
State.
give up a layup.
The Golden State have to double.
Who they have to double Shaq?
So the whole Rick Fox Robert Ory thing opens itself up. They going to get their shots because you got to double Shaq.
But they're not going to get it more efficient as Golden State,
Wide open.
right?
Why not?
Wide open shots.
No, maybe not from 3, but from everywhere else, they're going to eat Golden State up. I mean, Golden State had adequate defenders. That's true. Like Golden State could play defense. They had good. That's why they were so.
It's like
balanced
the
on both
best, like
sides.
top 5. They were pretty good defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Offense
But,
was
I
their
mean,
defense, man. They were just outscoring everybody. That's why
Like,
their defense looked good.
that team was going to be in foul trouble from quarter 1. Shaq's immediately going to get them in foul trouble. So it's Kobe, especially with today's rules. Like Golden State's going to be in the penalty 5 minutes into the game. Like it would be
Shaq
ridiculous.
can make free throws. I mean, but Shaq is. I mean, you're gonna get someone in foul trouble, so you could trade 1 point for a basket with Shaq. Like
But everyone else is going to be shooting
foul
free throws
trouble
too, though, because
are-
Shaq. The thing Shaq did well, even if he wasn't hitting his free throws, everyone else was marching to the line too, because they weren't settling for threes. They were attacking the rim. Look at the Lakers. The only reason the Lakers' last 3 years have been relevant is because they had such a huge free throw differential. 3 times, their next closest guy over the last 3 years. We've never seen anything like in NBA history. That would be the Lakers. Okay, of that time, they would be marching to the line, getting theirs. That's how they would stay close because they're not going to outshoot. They'll mix in the 3 ball because they can. but they're just going to wear you down, grind it out, and they're going to be the free throw differential will be insane. And like they could shoot free throws, they were good. They're just not Shaq, but he would still shoot 50%. He'd still like give you 10 out of 20.
But that's, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to have a whole bunch of players shooting free throws on the Lakers besides Shaq and Kobe. So Shaq's going to definitely shoot the most because they're going to be fouling him.
Now
I would
now
post
look
up
at-
Curry with Rick Fox all day long.
Now look at that. He just said Shaq's going to shoot a bunch of free throws. So what is that causing? What's the cause of that? That means he's not running up and down the court all day. So that 15 minutes you was talking about, no, because he's at the free throw line. So you got to shoot the free throws, take the ball out of bounds, walk the ball up court. That's going to allow Shaq to play 38, 40 minutes.
Yeah, plus Golden State's not fast breaking off the Shaq dunk.
30 free throws or something? You think he'll shoot 30 free throws? He's not going to just get the ball and foul him. Like, Shaq's going to work.
So he's going to shoot at least 10 free throws a game. I'm going to say he's going to shoot 10. Kobe's going to at least shoot 8. Kobe at least going to shoot 8. I don't even care how many he missed.
I mean, that's the whole point of fouling Shaq. Like, you foul Shaq because he's a liability. Like
56% free throw.
I mean,
something like that.
Okay, so with Shaq is getting fouled and he's not making his free throws, and then Golden State is just knocking down shot after shot after shot. How you think the Lakers are going to play? They're just going to keep slowing it down and letting Shaq get fouled? No, they're going to try to
There's no
score
reason
the
that
ball
Golden State
through.
would just be knocking down shot after shot after shot.
That's what they did. That's what they did for 3 years straight.
That's a legendary defensive team.
What's the cause of Shaq getting to the free throw line? So nothing happens because of that. Nobody gets in foul trouble. So everybody gonna have one foul. Everybody gonna come on now. Somebody's coming off the bench. Somebody gets in foul trouble because of Shaq.
Yeah, it's the people who set the screens.
They're gonna put Nick Young on Shaq. Let him take 6 big fouls.
They're like screen setters, all the ones fouling Shaq. They're just gonna bring in somebody else to set screens.
So who are the screen setters? We only got 5 on the court.
Who all the big men are? That's what they did with set screens.
In the game at some point in time, you can finagle the other 2 players, but as long as KD, Steph, plays at the court at least 40 minutes a game, I like the chances of Golden State.
No, let's go there. So Draymond's the screen setter. So he's the one guarding Shaq. So he's the one who gets a foul trouble, right? Draymond is the one who gets a foul trouble.
Draymond will not be guarding Shaq all game. That's the thing. He will. They have enough sense of not having guard Shaq all game.
He get 2 quick fouls. He go to the bench. Who replaces him?
Who, the center? JaVale McGee? Whoever the centers are, Draymond would not be guarding Shaq more than 20 minutes a game, and he would not just be fouling Shaq. Draymond Green is too smart of a defender just to foul Shaq. Just like Robin would play the whole game, and he won't just get 6 fouls. Like, these are smart defenders. They just won't foul Shaq.
So he's going to get easy 2-point shots at times. So just like the shots you said is being made on Golden State.
That's what you.
Shaq is getting easy 2-point shot, high efficiency 2-point shots.
If Shaq got easy 2-point shots his whole career, he would average 50 points a game. Like, Shaq has to work as well. Like, Shaq can just not go to the hole and dunk. Like, that has never been Shaq. Like, Shaq destroyed people, but it's not like you give him the ball and he's going to score every time. Like, he has to play. He has to work as well.
You're 100. This was the Shaq effect. The Shaq effect was every team had to have 2 big men on their team. Every team. Shaq made players millionaires because guess what? You had to have at least 2 big men on your team because you had to play against me. So that's the effect of Shaq. Who else had that type of effect? So Golden State, what we're not saying is the effect Shaq has against Golden State. He has an effect, just like Steph has an effect. Shaq has an effect against that team. And
Golden State got 3 players that could put up 50 like this. I don't see that coming on the same side from the Lakers. They're
not putting up 50 apiece though. Greg.
I said they can. He said they can.
No one's gonna drop
They can.
50 on the Lakers
I'm
defense.
They
just saying.
They
I've
can.
seen three. I see 3 players on the Golden State Warriors from 2016,
Score 60.
2017 score 50 in the game. I can't say
Against
that for the
scrubs.
01 Lakers.
Well, the Lakers got somebody who can score 80. The Lakers have somebody who can score 80.
That's
and the
one.
other guy can score 60.
That's one.
You actually
That's 3
see both
players.
these guys do this. So,
Three is more than 2.
Man,
I'm saying offense.
it's hard.
Golden State
We know how.
offense is
Yeah,
it's just crazy. Like
we
You're
know
actually-
how dominant the Lakers was. We know how dominant the Lakers was. But man, Golden State, even the 2013 Spurs, how they moved the ball and knocked down threes. The Lakers never played a team like this before, and just think that Shaq's just going to get the ball and score every time.
Kobe was the one ending
Yeah.
those games, not Shaq. It was
We're not
Kobe
thinking
that
they're gonna
was
score.
finishing those games.
We're not
It
thinking they're going to
wasn't
score
Shaq.
every time.
Shaq was either
No.
fouled out and they didn't want him in the game to shoot free throws.
We're not going to make them score every time, guys. But like you have to act, like they have their only way Golden State is going to beat this Laker team. They're not good. Look at like how they were playing. Golden State was actually incredibly balanced in 2017 and 18 when they were on their run. They could post you up on the inside. Their centers were double machines. Like they could go at you anyways. They played great defense. They weren't just a 3-ball team. They could do that, obviously, and they did it great. But that asset would be completely taken away against the front line of the Lakers. They wouldn't, and because they couldn't do it as efficiently as Shaq was going to do it to you. Kobe's going to post up. All these guys are going to post it. Robert, all these guys are going to post it. Devin George can do it. But like all these guys are going to post them up, and again, just like bury them inside. Like they could play defense, yes, but like I said, I still think the Warriors will probably win in a 7-game series, but to attack like Steph, Draymond, and KD, or Steph, Clay, and KD are just going to score 50 points on like 80% shooting is ridiculous. Like we had very sound defenders on the Lakers team. They would adapt to what they're going to do. They would limit. They're going to challenge these shots. They're going to make great switches. Phil Jackson's there. You think Phil Jackson is going to cook up a method and be like, hey, this is how we need to contain these guys? They're not going to shut them down. But that team would be the only way they're going to beat the Lakers is by shooting lights out from 3 every game. And
that's what they did.
They do it.
That's what they shot lights out all the time.
You're not going to just beat that
It's
Laker
not
from
even
3.
the point about them scoring 50. It's the threat that you got 3
He
offensive
said they
threats
can.
like
Yeah,
that.
he said they can. He said they can go off of 50.
Plus, all those guys are
off
going to be the floor at the same time. You're not going to play Drake. You're not going to play Steph or KD like 45 minutes a game. Like they're not going to be able to do that.
Okay, and that's my point exactly. Everybody going
That's the
to
point
act
with
like
Shaq.
Shaq will play 48 minutes a game. They got
Shaq was like,
Shaq got to sit down too, and Kobe. What you think gonna happen when they on the
you had
bench?
other guys that come in. You had guys. You had Devin George. You had a few guys that come in there. You had like adequate.
I didn't even
role players
mention
who-
Iggy. I didn't even mention Iggy.
he's a really good defensive player.
Like, come on.
No, and like I said, I have Warriors and 70s because I think they were those.
Yeah, I said it's
one of
gonna
those
be a
balanced
close
teams ever.
series.
but-
It ain't gonna be no sweep or anything, but
I mean, yeah. Travis did say Golden State was going to win. I just don't think that Shaq would just score every single time he touch it or get fouled. That's what I think. I think
No, just 4
they're
or
too
5.
smart of a defenders to they probably just let Shaq get some baskets instead of
You know what
fouling.
would be a better matchup against the Golden State Warriors, though, I think, would be maybe the 03 Spurs or something, just because they were locked down. Or the 04, 04, it seems like all these guys, 2004 Spurs, were locked down defensively from the perimeter. And, they had a prime Duncan. It would just be ridiculous. All these things.
I actually think the 2014 Spurs will beat any Lakers team.
No.
I
That's
think they will.
14?
What? Why?
2014 Spurs will beat any Lakers team.
No. 2003
For what?
Spurs would destroy the 2014 Spurs.
Nah,
How
not
about this?
the way they were
01
shooting.
What would y'all think, the 01 Lakers or the 83 Sixers?
What?
The 83 Sixers and the 01 Lakers.
It'd be a great matchup. 83 Sixers were probably the most balanced team in history One of them.
That's
I have to go
that's a
with that
good one.
Lakers team.
Uh, all right, Twin man. I heard you was ready to step in on something with the
So
Golden
I,
State
I have
Lakers.
I was listening, right, and that Golden State Lakers debate is actually a really good one. I have Golden State. I'm sorry, there's too many variables. We know Shaq like to throw those elbows and get a lot of offensive fouls or ridiculous offensive fouls. If Shaq or Kobe get in any foul trouble, game's over. It's over. And honestly, I think you let Shaq eat and try to contain everybody else. You have three players. I agree with Craig. You have three players that can give you 50. But let's just say they go for their averages because they're going to be able to get shots. You have two superior shot creators in Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
That's
Clay,
50 points
I
there.
call him two dribble Clay. He can pull up from anywhere. He can give you, say he just gives you 20.
That's
Steph's
70
giving you
total.
at least 30. Steph's giving you at least 30. KD is giving you at least 30. I'm sorry, there's not enough offense. And I like the supporting cast of that Golden State Warriors over the Lakers. So even if somebody like Steph or Clay get in trouble, you still have people that can come off the bench and hit shots. So I'm sorry. It all hinges on the Lakers winning that series hinges on Shaq and Kobe not getting in foul trouble. And Shaq had a tendency to get in foul trouble. He just did.
Not even. You can't
And
even
he's,
put him in
and he's
late
a
game
liability at
situations
the end
because
of the
it's free
game.
throws.
What happened?
You can't even put him in late game situations because it's free throws.
Right?
Yeah, you put them in late, and Golden State got the
And then
advantage.
let's be real here. And this is what I keep trying to tell people. They're gonna have to rest. Shaq's gonna have to sit down. And the moment he sits down, guess what? They can pull in that depth lineup. And once they run up the score on you, it's a wrap.
That third quarter.
I would trade three. I would trade threes with twos with Shaq all game. Why not?
So when is Golden State gonna sit down?
That's what I'm saying. It's a hard game plan because Steph, Clay, and KD, they don't have to play really, really big minutes. Maybe they get 2-3 minutes of rest a quarter. That's it.
That's not even
But they're
plan.
gonna have to really stay on the floor.
You could have a game where this KD, Steph, or Clay is in it the entire time at one point. Like you can literally have a game like that where at least one of them is in the game at all times.
Because
Well, either
I
Shaq and
understand
Kobe
what
they
you were
can.
saying, John. So, John,
The only
I feel
thing-
what you were saying.
The only thing
I feel
about
like
that, Twin
Shaq-
Man,
Go ahead. T.
I would say the only thing. I mean, you're probably right, man. But the only thing we're forgetting is that the other team, the Lakers, aren't going to be looking to shoot 45 threes a game. So, like the possessions that would allow KD, Steph, and Clay to get their averages are going to be like half of what it would be in a normal game that they were playing in 2017 to 2018. You're going to have like, could they do it still? Sure. But they would. I don't think they would be nearly as efficient. They're going to have to take way more, and like that's going to phase other elements of their team out. Like because the Lakers are want to grind it down.
I hear what you're saying, but see, that's on Golden State to not play into the Lakers' hands. They have to play an up-tempo offense. They have to run. You need Shaq off the floor, or you need to take a charge. You need to let him swing his elbows. There might need to be some flopping involved in here, but you have to get Shaq in some type of foul trouble, which isn't hard to do. We're not going to pretend like 2000 to 2000 and 2000 to 2003 Shaq wasn't prone to getting into foul trouble. He had a lot of dumb
He won't be doing it
fouls.
defensively.
He wasn't prone to get foul trouble.
Yeah, I mean,
And
late in his career, he just fouled out all the time because of charges.
yeah,
did not.
yeah, maybe late in his career. But we talking about
He
them prime years. He was in the game, and it's going to affect Golden State, regardless of how y'all want to put it. Shaq
I'm
is
not
going
disagreeing
to
with
affect
you,
Golden
John.
State.
Absolutely. I think John, real talk, I think Shaq averages somewhere between 40 and 45 points in that series. But you have to control everybody else. I'm being real.
Okay.
You double team Kobe, let Shaq eat, and I'll trade threes with twos with Shaq.
What's the effect of Shaq averaging 40? Just say let's go with 40. What's the
I'm gonna be.
effectiveness?
It's not enough
What does it
offense.
cost?
Who else is gonna give you buckets, John? Outside of Shaq and Kobe, who's gonna be able to? Nah, let me not say that. Who's gonna be able to generate the offense or be able to stay with the rest of the supporting cast? Because remember, you have 3 players on that team that can give you 20 plus. So unless Shaq's gonna outscore all 3 of them by themselves, I got Golden State.
It's going to be hard for
Shaq
anybody to
is
average 40 points a game for a 7-game series. Even
Well,
Shaq.
that would be why Golden State would
Even
win this because of their better depth. Is what it might be like. They have better depth. I mean, that's a good point for Twinman because who was coming off the bench that would be like their facilitator besides like you had Devin George. I mean, you have 36-year-old Mitch Richmond. Those guys aren't going to
Nobody
be.
Who's guarding Steph?
Who's the depth in 17?
I mean,
Who's the
nobody's
depth in
really
17?
a threat on the
Okay,
Lakers.
you got
Like,
it. Who's the depth in
like
17?
just
Who
I can't hear what you say, John. What you say, John?
was the depth on Golden State in 17? I'm just okay because I know what the depth is before 17. I just need to be reminded who was the depth in 17. Because you got to remember the addition of KD got rid of a lot of that depth Golden State had. So who is the
That's
depth
true.
in 17?
I think one of the main reasons Golden State did was they like staggered everybody, so it was always a threat on the court.
Yeah, I mean, you
There's
had guys
always a
like,
threat on the court.
like Sean Livingston, you had McCaw, you had David West coming off there. I mean, these guys weren't like absolute killers, but like you had guys who could play. You guys had Kevin Looney, you had just people who could come in there. I mean, I don't think it would be a blowout because like you had guys who could also match up, but it would just be like who's going to be that alpha after Shaq and Kobe would sit down, even like to help them out. Like 2002 Lakers had like Lindsey Hunter, Devin George, guys who could play, Samaki Walker, but I mean like it would just be. I think it would still be a grinded out type of game because you're not going to be able to push the Lakers.
I don't. I'm gonna tell you why I don't see that, T Perfect. Because first things first, you have no answer for Steph. Who's guarding Steph? I need to know who's guarding him.
Derek Fisher and whoever comes up with it.
Ron Harper.
Derek Fisher's getting. Now, can we be honest here?
Tyrone Lue.
Are they barbecue chicken? Are they barbecue chicken, T Perfect? Let's be real here.
He's not going to barbecue Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher was so cerebral defensively. He's going to get his.
Derek Fisher barbecue chicken guarding Steph Curry. Let's be real here.
No, he's not.
Yeah, Derek Fisher would get his ass busted all game long with no help. With no help on Steph Curry, with no help, it's going to be a long night for Derek Fisher.
Exactly.
It's going to be a long night.
I'm putting small. You know what I would do? I'm putting KD at the 5. I'm putting KD at the 5.
He fouls out in 3 minutes.
I'm begging you to put KD in at the 5. Please do that for me.
Hold up.
I'll put KD at the 5 when Shaq is on the bench.
Hear me out.
Yeah, with Shaq's out. Yeah, with Shaq's out.
Hold up. Who sat here and said I was going to let him try to bang with Shaq? No, you let Shaq eat. Let him eat. I'm putting him out there at the 5 for a reason because Shaq's not going to want to come out the paint. That's open threes for KD all night.
No, Lakers
That's why
would
I said I'm
switch
going
on
to let
that
Shaq
night,
eat. I'm double teaming Kobe. I'm going to let Shaq eat.
Shaq wouldn't guard KD.
No,
like they did that before.
No, Twin Man, you have to put Draymond Green on Shaq because if Shaq's guarding Draymond Green, he has to come out the paint.
Exactly.
He has to come out the paint. He has to.
You do have.
KD?
I mean, you do have Zaza Pachulia and Jamet.
Yeah, you know that's 12 fouls.
But they can help.
They can help. They can help. Definitely.
I just want you to say it again.
You know, cheating ass Zaza, he gonna try to injure Shaq.
Yeah, he gonna try to hurt Kobe. So John, okay, just thinking about how they do that handoff with Draymond and Steph, or Draymond and Kevin Durant. What would Shaq do in that instance if he's guarding Draymond Green?
They're going to get an open shot. I'm hearing what you're saying. They're going to, because Shaq is not coming across there. He's going to back up. They're going to have to make shots.
That's not a problem.
They're gonna have to
That's
make
not a
shots.
problem for those three.
They're gonna have to
Easy
make
open
shots.
shots.
So tell
Just
me
like
this. I took your scenario. Now take my scenario. We're playing a triangle offense. I'm dropping the ball to Shaq. What is he causing because of that? Forget the dribble handoff. They're giving the ball to Shaq. They're running the offense through Shaq the whole game. He's touching the ball. I'm not saying he's trying to shoot, but he's touching the ball most of that game. What's the? I don't think we realize the effect that he's going to cause because of that. They're slowing the game down. You just said 12 fouls. I'm cool with that. That means the game is slowing down. That means he don't have 20. He don't have 20. He don't have 20. The possessions are lower. That's the effect of that. That means these guys got to make shots. You talk about efficient. They will have to definitely be efficient in the series. The game is being slowed down, and they're going to have to be efficient. Every possession counts that much more because of the effect of Shaq. And remember, I hadn't even said Kobe's name one time. Every time I've said this, I haven't even mentioned Kobe. I'm telling y'all the effect of Shaq, and I ain't even mentioning Kobe because y'all keep talking about this scoring. That's not happening. That the team that will beat Golden State would be that team. I don't think too many other teams in history can beat that team.
Listen, if Iris can get a game off of the Lakers, I think Golden State can win 3 more than this 0-1-6s.
I'm sorry. This is the reason. The only reason why I disagree with you, because at that point you have to play smart. If they're throwing the ball in deep to Shaq, it's a bucket. Don't foul him. Don't foul. Give that up. Start running.
Here's the thing. I say the Warriors.
All right. Let's get on the other end. Ishmael take. Let's get Ishmael take. Go ahead, Ishmael.
I think the Warriors win. I just don't think that the Lakers will keep up with the pace of the Warriors. The tempo and the pace is like really a big thing. The Lakers have to play a pace because their offense revolves around Shaq backing down a lot of defenders and controlling the paint. Because the Warriors play an extremely great tempo. And even if you're talking about 2017 and 18 Warriors, they were top 5 in pace. And so it's going to be night and day. They're not going to be able to guard Steph and Curry because Curry's endurance is just so incredibly high. There's nobody for him to stop him. And nobody's going to stop Kevin Durant. The only difficulty maybe is stopping Shaq, but I just don't think Shaq, his endurance is going to be able to keep up with the motion offense and all the ball movement that the Warriors are going to do. He's going to be tired and he's going to end up fouling out because he has to constantly keep up with all the shots that the Warriors are going to produce. I just don't think that the Lakers will have enough to slow the game down. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, I think Clay would be. Kobe can take Clay out of the game.
Who said
Kobe Kobe could take Clay out of the game. Plus, Clay would have to play defense. Like on Kobe, they could expect that.
Clay is not a terrible defender. He is, but the Lakers.
Clay was
a terrible defender, but
back there. He was a good defender.
Yeah, you wouldn't have anything for 0-1 Kobe. Like if he was giving the business to like prime Bruce Bowen and like he was actually dunking over Duncan and Robinson.
That's
and guys like that. You're not gonna.
I mean, but Kobe came and guard.
Hold on. That's completely different, because Klay Thompson would make Kobe Bryant work on the defensive end.
Yes,
he would make him work. Like you talk about Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen didn't make Kobe work at all on the defense.
Well, not talking about offensively, but like Kobe was abusing.
Yeah, he would be tired. He would be tired. He would be more tired. Like if LeBron James was tired versus Golden State. LeBron James, the most conditioned athlete ever. And you think these guys won't get tired? But LeBron, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that's why they broke up, because Shaq was out of shape.
I'm just saying, like, the pace would also be much slower than you guys think. Much slower.
I don't.
LeBron slows everything down on the offense, and he was still tired.
I think you double
LeBron
team
slows
Kobe.
Everything down. He's still tired.
You take Kobe out the game and you let Shaq eat, and guess what? It's not enough offense. It's just not. Shaq is going to have a bunch of points.
The game by setting him up for make him take tough 4 shots. You know he's going to force shots.
I think you can see at least 6 players in double figures in the Lakers, though. In that kind of a game, you'd have to.
I can't.
You'd have Fox doing it, Ori would doing it, Fisher would doing it. Devin George, like all these players, because they'd have open shots too, because you'd have to triple team Shaq or at least double him. So all these guys are going to do what they did.
No, it's not gonna.
It's
Not. You don't have to
foul
triple
trouble.
team. No, you don't, bro. Like you don't gotta.
All right,
triple
all right.
team.
Let's get Mingle Jester here. We haven't heard his take. Go ahead, Mingle. Let me hear your take about this. Even though I know you're gonna say the Lakers.
Of course, you already know I got the 0-1 Lakers. I don't think don't get me wrong now. It for starters, I think it depends on what era we playing in. Also, is we playing with the 2018 rules or 17 rules, or we playing with the 0-1 rules? You know, that's like night and day. The rules back then and the rules now is like
I want them to play with the 18 rules. I want them to play with the 18 rules because it helps the Lakers.
Okay. So it's like night and day. So we playing with 18 rules. All right.
So what's so different?
So now.
What's so different to you that you think it'll be
It's like night and day. Back then they didn't attempt a lot of threes back then. I mean, the 3-point shot, it was prevalent, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. These guys shooting 50-something threes now. They didn't shoot near that back then.
Okay, it doesn't matter what era they played in. Golden State is going to shoot threes no matter what. So we're just saying the basketball team versus the basketball team. We're not saying, oh, you can't shoot threes because it's 2000. They're going to shoot threes because that's what Golden State do. Let's just keep it a balanced playing field. Like they're going to play their game how they play their game.
Oh, okay. Also, I guess a lot of y'all forget that y'all talking about this Golden State Warriors team like they were just unbeatable. I guess y'all forgot that the Houston Rockets would like to beat them until Chris Paul got hurt. If Chris Paul don't get injured that series, who knows what happens in that series right there? Chris Paul got injured game 6 and 7.
Golden State. We talk about 2017.
It's the same team. Literally the same team.
Well, that's the case. Sacramento took them. They said the freaking.
They did. They did. But what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is that that team was definitely beatable. Is all I'm saying. And with the 0-1 Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, bro, it ain't nobody on Golden State can stop Kobe. Ain't nobody on Golden State can stop Kobe. I don't care if you double him, whatever. It ain't nobody on the Golden State that can you put Clay out there like Twin Man just said. That's barbecue chicken all game long. I don't care what kind of defender he was. Barbecue chicken Kobe. All game long.
Overrating Kobe.
Bro, overrating Kobe. Man, Kobe would kill Clay. Kobe would kill Clay. Do you understand that?
Overrating him.
Bro, Kobe would kill Clay. In 2001, Kobe would kill Clay. Do you understand that?
I'm not
saying you how many points a game do you think Kobe will average versus Golden State?
The biggest threat on that Lakers team is Shaq.
The biggest threat on that Lakers team is Kobe. Because Shaq gonna do what Shaq gonna do. Kobe is the X factor.
How many points per game do you think Kobe will average? How many points per game you think he'll average versus Golden State?
I'm thinking somewhere upwards of 30, 28, 30, maybe 35, somewhere in there. Yeah,
what about Shaq?
Somewhere in there.
What about Shaq?
Kobe averaged in 2001, the season that we're speaking of, in 2001, Kobe averaged 33 points against the Spurs back then. He averaged 33 points against the Spurs back then.
Double team, you double Kobe.
Bro, I don't care what you do. Kobe is barbecue chicken any of them guys, bro. I'm telling you now. He killing any of them guys on the Warriors. Any of them. I don't care who you stick out there. He killing them. And I mean that in the most positive way.
All right, now what about Shaq? What do you think Shaq could do versus Golden State? So
Shaq averaging, ain't nobody stopping Shaq. Ain't nobody stopping Shaq on that team, bro. Your best hope for Shaq on the Golden State Warriors is to hope he get in foul trouble and I hope he fouled out. That's your only hope. Ain't nobody stopping Shaq on that team, man.
But how many points you think he average? How many points you think he average?
Like whoever said around about 40 something, ain't nobody stopping him. JaVale McGee, Draymond Green, I don't care who you stick out there, Kevon Looney, ain't nobody stopping that, man.
You think Kobe and Shaq will average what 60 to 70 a game?
Something like that. I would stay close to it, if not close to it.
What about Clay, Steph, and KD?
Now them on the other hand, they also gonna get their points too. I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional now. I'm not delusional. They definitely gonna score too. Clay, Steph, and KD gonna definitely score. They're gonna put up points in bunches. They definitely gonna score. Yes, they definitely gonna score a lot of points. All
no
three of them.
answer.
And
KD
so
give you a
John, you're saying that they were average the same as Shaq and Kobe.
Now I don't know about averaging the same as Shaq and Kobe, but see, one thing about a jump shot is it could be off. If they have an off night, let's pray for them. If they have an off night shooting, we're gonna have to pray for them because it's over with.
When did they have off nights though in the playoffs?
They have
Just
off
saying
night.
they did.
They have a shooter gonna always have an off night. Understand that. A shooter
All right.
they're not gonna be on 100%, man.
All
You know that.
right. So John, you're saying Kobe and Shaq would average 30, so they'd be like 60. So you're saying Clay, Steph, and KD would average 20 each?
Yeah, be about 60, yeah.
Nah,
So
KD
both of
about
them,
26.
yeah.
Steph like 26, and
35,
Clay I
bro.
give Clay like 19, 20.
I'm taking everything in effect because the effect, once again, we're bringing down the pace of play. Shaq is slowing down the pace of play. Regardless of how you feel about it, he's slowing down the pace of play. So what I continue to say, they're going to have to, those shots going to have to be important every time for Golden State. It has to be.
You got two players that can literally score 50, 40, 90 from like
but here's the thing though, they're gonna run a lot of switches. They're gonna run a lot of switches on Shaquille O'Neal because they're gonna try to drag him out to the perimeter.
To the perimeter.
That's just gonna be open three.
That's gonna mess him
shot.
up every single time. Like he's gonna be exhausted trying to do all that. Like he just can't.
What do we see this exhaustion at the pace of play coming down?
If he plays defense, which he has to do, they're going to try to drag him out to the perimeter, and he's not going to do that. He's used to big. He's used to guys, big
walking down the court. Yeah.
Yes, or like if they're on top of the perimeter, he gets to sag off or play like some type of like drop coverage or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's just not going to be able to do that.
I just want to know this. Just tell me the lowest amount of time you think Shaq's going to get to a line in the game. Just the lowest. I ain't talking about the highest. Just give me the lowest amount of time you think he's getting to.
I would say about 11, 12 times. He'll average.
That's a lot of free throws. That's a lot of free throws.
That's like 6 points though. That's like 6 points though.
He's like 30% from the free throw line. What's the word?
What it's doing?
He keeps saying free throw line like he efficiently free throw shooter.
Like he Jordan or something. He fouled Jordan 12 times. That's at least 11 points for Jordan. That's like 6
okay, I have a question. How many times has Shaq had to encounter an athletic big man? Like JaVale McGee is not just like in a pushover or anything, man. So it's like
a ton of them. What?
Like who? Name him.
He played against Prime Robinson, Prime Ewing, Prime.
Did you just say Patrick Ewing?
We're talking about in 2000 something. We're talking about in 2000. In the 2000.
Hey man, let's be honest here, Brandon. We got to start being honest. This bro just said when the last time Shaq played an athletic center. Then he go proceed to name JaVale McGee.
He said Patrick. Yes, JaVale McGee is one of the most athletic centers.
JaVale McGee gonna get killed by Shaq. You understand me? Do you understand me? And I didn't stutter at all. He's gonna get killed by Shaq.
I'm talking about
I didn't hear you stutter. I didn't hear you stutter, bro.
You understand me? Bro said JaVale McGee.
I never said that. That's not what I'm talking
about. I don't disagree with y'all. Shaq's going to eat. Everybody else is gonna have to score. I'm sorry, the averages y'all gave for KD, I think is too low. I think KD gives you 30 plus a game. Who's guarding him? Who's guarding Steph? And if KD and if Clay has a great night, it's over. It's over.
Clay is the
so I don't even disagree. Whoever's guarding Shaq is they barbecue chicken, they rotisserie chicken, they're deep fried. You double team Kobe, let Shaq eat.
Why
put Shaq into action as much as possible to tire him out.
Hey, Twin Man,
I mentioned I mentioned athletic bigs for a reason because athletic bigs are able. What I learned is they're able to create spacing as well. I just don't think Shaq is able to deal with something like that. They can create spacing.
He had no jumper.
No, it's not. You don't have to have. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said athletic big. I'm not talking. Of course, I'm not stupid, bro. Like, of course, he ain't got no
Shaq in the full Hall of Fame.
Shaq's gonna have to play zero defense.
So wait a minute. Let me ask y'all this question then. Since y'all think that
he got more Shaq in the full highlights than he got NBA highlights.
that is funny. Now that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Y'all missing my point, bro.
Let me ask y'all a question though. Since everybody, well, most of the people on the panel think that the Golden State Warriors, the 2017 Golden State Warriors, is beating the 2001 Lakers. Majority rules, which I understand. All right. So what would y'all think a better matchup be? The 95-96 Bulls? That'd be a better matchup for the Warriors?
Well,
no,
that would be easier. That'd be easy for the Warriors. That'd be
easier for the Warriors.
Wait, you just said the Bulls would get swept? Oh wow.
Yeah, Bulls are getting swept.
The team that won 72 games would get swept.
I agree with you.
The team that won 72 games would get swept. Okay. Understood.
Ishmael, what you saying? What you say, Ishmael?
Are we challenging LeBron's greatness today? Is that what we're doing?
Later.
What happened? What?
We're about to do our segments.
Yeah.
So fuck off asking for the link, guys.
All right. Let's let me go ahead and remove everybody so we could go ahead and do our segments. That was a pretty fun debate actually. With that, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think that could go either way. I mean, I think I'm leaning more with John.
Yeah, I like it because not everyone's agreeing on one thing. Everyone has certain things that they're talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start with John's segment first. That's cool.
I wasn't doing one today.
You wasn't doing one today. Or what about you, Greg? Taking it off today too, Greg? Your segment?
I thought we was just because Johnny wasn't here. I thought we was going to.
Oh, you take it off. That's cool. You take it off. Travis, you ready for yours?
Because I want
to go with
here when I do my next one.
It's like somebody were cooking something up for this week.
Yeah, we are. We are having a very heated debate.
Yes, I like this debate.
We're having a heated debate. Yeah, I got mine. All right, you ready? All right, let me go ahead and start with T Perfect's chat ball.
We are interrupting our normal programming. The current threat level is critical, meaning an attack is imminent. Civilians are advised to remain indoors. In some urban areas, evacuations are taking place. If you're in one of these areas, police will help you to safety. Follow their orders without question. You should remain indoors until you are told otherwise. You should now prepare for a nuclear strike. You will not be able to leave your location for 14 days after the strike.
All right, guys. So I was debating doing I told Ishmael this because Ishmael just had a really good debate with Dart over there about who's greater, Stephen Curry or Bob Cousy. And I thought Ishmael did a good job. I thought he had some real good points. And I was going to kind of piggyback off that, but I was like, it's better if you guys just go over there and watch it and then maybe give him some feedback and tell him what you thought. I didn't want to dabble in that because that takes a long time because it's a very nuanced argument. Anyway, I'm going to do I think that lately we've been seeing a lot of, I don't want to come at this the wrong way because I know how you guys are in the chat, okay, by my head off. But I think the 2007 run has been, the Cavaliers run has been wildly overrated lately. And by that, I mean, not that it doesn't deserve credit, not that LeBron isn't, a great, add to his greatness for doing that, but people have been using it to say that, oh, this is the greatest finals run in NBA history, even if he didn't win. And then, which is ridiculous. Okay, so let's go over that because I think it is, again, just been a little bit overrated, overhyped, and here's why. So this is probably stuff you already know, but in case you didn't. So for starters, let's look at the East during that time. In 2007, this is, no matter what you want to say, this is probably around the time when the East was the weakest. In 2007, at least relative to the West, the Cavs were the second seed, okay, 50-win Cavs. At the West, they would have been the sixth seed, okay? In addition, only two teams in the East that year won 50 or more games. That was the Cavs and the Pistons, okay? Compared to 5 in the Western Conference, including the 67-win Mavs, okay? Additionally, out of the 10 players selected for the first and second team All-NBA that year, 7 of them were in the West, including all 5 first-team selections. Okay, so the West was loaded. That being said, let's take a look at the Cavs roster relative to the playoff opponents they actually faced. Okay, so in round 1, Cavs faced the 41-41 Washington Wizards, a barely 500 team. Okay, so the Wizards had a top 10 offense, but a bottom 2 defense. They were abysmal. Okay, so this compared to the Cavs, which had a mid-tier offense, but a top 5 overall defense. Okay, the Wizards also, when it came playoff time, were missing the 2 best players in Gil Arenas and Caron Butler. When they both were injured, missed the playoffs entirely. So that was a hobbled, trash defensive team that the Cavs went up against. And that was arguably Arenas' best year as a pro. He averaged 28-6-4, finished 8th in MVP voting. Again, the Cavs were relatively healthy, swept their way to the last round. Yes, LeBron was fantastic, 28-8-7. Ilgauskas was posting 19-11. Larry Hughes, everyone upped their production from the regular season. Larry Hughes was basically 20-7. Drew Gooden, 14-10 on 61% shooting. So it's not like LeBron had no help. These were guys who weren't household names, I'll give you that. But these were actually players who were stepping up. They were good defensively, and they were producing offensively when it mattered, especially against teams they needed to beat. Okay? Same thing with the 41-41 Nets, another 500 team. They were 16th in both offensive and defensive rating that year. Okay, they were led by Vince Carter, who was notoriously inefficient during the regular season and that playoffs. Nothing happened. Jason Kidd, who couldn't carry that team. Basically, the Cavs held them to overall just 42% shooting, well below the regular season average. And it was actually a defensive war. There were some, on both ends, there were some inefficient games, but the Cavs defense was a difference overall, as well as Game 6, Daniel Marshall, who'd have thought, 18 huge points on 54% shooting to close it out. So that was, the first 2 rounds were, I mean, I don't know how you're going to use those to elevate one, but anyway, we go to the series that you all know, Cavs versus Pistons, 2 50-plus win teams, top 5 defenses that year. Pistons also had a bottom 10 offense, though. So they were bad offensively. Okay, I always call that roster, the 2007 roster of Pistons, that would have been the best roster ever 5 years ago. Because that means you would have had like a prime Chris Webber, prime Antonio McDyess, prime Rasheed Wallace, Lindsey Hunter, Del Davis, etc. All those guys were just past the primes, washed, trying to add it. But they were contributing to a great defense, so can't really take anything away from them. But anyway, up and down, we know LeBron's phenomenal Game 5, but Drew Gooden and Daniel Gibson stepped up for them to combine for 40 points on almost 60% shooting in certain games there as well. And after, again, points were hard to come by. What about the closeout game in Game 6, where Daniel Gibson, off the bench, came off and led the team with scoring 31 points a game, while LeBron was held to just 20 points on 27% shooting. Okay, so that was a closeout game where basically the bench carried the team to win. Okay, so was LeBron by far and away the best player on that team and possibly in the playoffs? Sure, but let's not act that was some monument. He wasn't going through teams that were better than him or even maybe on the same level except for the Pistons. So obviously, we're not even talking about the finals because we know what happened there, all the excuses, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying they were better than the Spurs, but come off of it. It was an average run. He was good. His teammate climbed everyone down. His team overperformed, if anything, sure. But it wasn't just one man. So stop the overhype and overglazing. Obviously, nothing against LeBron. I'll probably have a hype piece for him next week, but just stop at that, please. Now, and again, we're not even talking about the finals. But just really quick here, we'll get to the question of the day, again, from Adrian Knight, the GOAT. No one else. Again, Adrian Knight just has the market cornered on great questions. Today he says, has the GOAT debate hurt today's game? Great question. I think that I don't know if it hurts the NBA, but I think that when you have the media only talking about one thing instead of coming up with new narratives, new ways to put today's game and today's players in the spotlight, yes, it does take away from the game a little bit. When you're only talking about what LeBron's doing, even if in losing efforts, and you're doing it oh, he's old, but he's doing this, and what a great play. It takes away from up and coming players. It takes away from narratives or developing teams that are developing beefs with each other. Players accomplishing a lot today, blazing their own trails. It takes a spotlight off of that. I don't think it's gonna do anything to hurt overall ratings or perception, but I'd like to see a little bit of the attention be put more on what today's players are doing, today's game, more so than I'd say more so than just their own networks. Let's do it more mainstream today. But great question overall, and yeah, let's like get off 2007 and like focus on better runs, which were definitely the case.
Hey, Travis hating on LeBron 2007.
Fuck LeBron.
You can hate on it. And then they like debate. Yeah, that's sometimes it can be annoying when that's the only thing they want to talk about, because usually when you talk about that, you're not talking about the players today. You're just talking about LeBron versus Jordan or someone else. So
No, I think he was right on point. I mean, because it's gotten so bad that LeBron said he needed to step away for personal reasons, and I pay attention to a lot of social media and what's going on social media and what they're talking about. So nobody was talking about the games or anything like that. They're talking about why LeBron stepped away from the game, and I think that's a part of the GOAT debate because LeBron's a huge part of the GOAT debate, and you see him in conversations a lot. So what's going on now is that you pay attention to so much of what LeBron James is doing that is literally taken away from the game. And I was debating somebody one day, and I said, "Y'all the one who pay attention to LeBron James." I said, do y'all realize Orlando got something special going on right now? Once they get their players back and healthy, they're going to be a problem in the East. And he didn't know what the heck I was talking about. I'm saying you're not paying attention to the games, and I don't think I got a question. How long? I'm not saying the best player. How long has LeBron James been the face of the NBA? I say 2004 because I think they was making Kobe the face of the league, and he had the situation in Denver, and Colorado. They took it away, and they gave it to LeBron. I think he's been the face of the league that long that people don't know how to talk about anything else. So I think Travis was right on point when he was talking about the GOAT debate has taken away from the game a little bit. I mean, I think he's right on point.
I don't think Kobe ever been the face of the league.
No, I don't think he's been the face. I think they was going in the process of making him the face, and he had that
what
situation.
They were trying to do was have him and LeBron have some rivalry. They was trying to mimic something because everybody was talking about LeBron coming in the league, so they was hyping LeBron because Kobe was in the West. So that's why when 2009 happened and Kobe made the finals, and then LeBron had the record, they had commercials about Kobe and LeBron facing the finals. So it was good. They were trying to have like a back and forth between two players like they did with Magic and Bird. So they chose Kobe and LeBron.
I don't think Kobe ever been a face. I just think they was heading in that direction, and I really believe LeBron has been a face of the NBA since 2004. And because of that, the GOAT debate is so strong that literally people don't know how to have conversations about basketball anymore. Literally, you don't know how to have conversations about basketball.
Has Duncan ever been a face of the league? I don't think Duncan's never been a face of the league.
No. I think
they
Shaq
purposely made sure Kobe wasn't.
I mean, Kobe was. What? Kobe wasn't the face of the league from like 08 to 2010, where he was. I know that the media was for sure following that run.
Are you gonna have Kobe courtside for 64? Man, some Kobe.
I don't think he was ever the face of the league. I literally believe since 2000.
How many players get their own video game? That's face of the league. Like y'all forgot?
Courtside.
Kobe was everywhere. TV shows, music videos. He had an album out.
I know that.
That was before he was the face. Like he could be considered a face of the league. That was like in 2000. 99.
Well, also, I think that's maybe like not to get on top of it. One of the reasons why the ratings are down, especially like if you're just talking about like people sitting down and watching these games, because there's no storylines today. Like there's no
besides LeBron.
There's no besides LeBron, but he's not. You don't have like this Warriors foil for him. You don't have like the greatest team of all time, and he's like this sort of underdog. You don't have a super team that's out there garnering people who people are just watching to hate, but they still hate watching, hoping they fail. You don't have like the epic beefs like the Warriors or the Spurs Lakers, and Shaq getting in everyone's face. You don't have these larger than life characters driving ratings, driving tickets. So like, I get it. Like the league isn't suffering, but like these are the things that like I think like the everyman would just tune in to watch, even if they weren't rabid ball fans. They would tune in. Oh, so and so's playing. I want to watch it. I heard about this. I heard about that. Like we need more of that happening in the league. Like we need villains, way better villains.
Because these players are their own brand now, so they're not going to do anything. They fuck up their bread. So there's nothing like everybody got their own brand now. So I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that.
LeBron used to be that guy too, but like LeBron, like they love to hate him, but he's not a factor right now. Like he's like I don't think anyone thinks the Lakers are going to compete for a title this year. Like if they do, great, but he's not enough to be. He can't be the only focal point in the league.
Because they make them the focal point of the league. They got all these teams that's playing well, all these players. They need to start focusing and having. Why is the Lakers playing on Christmas? This is the problem. Get these young teams in there and play. Bring up the new stars.
I think you're 100% right, and I believe the media has gotten so lazy that they don't know how to have conversations about other players. I remember we had an episode about which games did you want to watch, and I said one of the things they should be talking about was Boston versus Minnesota. Why can't the media don't have to care about their brand? Why we can't have an Anthony Edwards Jason Tatum matchup? What about that matchup? Why you not pumping that? I believe the media is being lazy about things. It's easy to talk about LeBron. It's easy. I mean, we know everything about him. We know all his kids. I'm having a conversation with my sister. She know his agent, his kids. She know everything about LeBron. And her favorite player is Steph Curry, and she don't know nothing about him. And the easy conversation is LeBron James, and the media has gotten lazy, and we haven't made the media accountable for other players. I believe the NBA is in a bad place because they don't talk about nobody else. Nobody else is the sense of conversation. They don't talk about nobody. You can talk about LeBron James stepping away. I mean, you on First Take, they having a conversation about stepping away. On this show, they having a conversation. What about John? What about all these other players? They're playing. This is going on. It's actually happening. Good games are actually going on. I'm watching the games. The Suggs for Orlando. This guy is really, really good. Really good.
You see, what you call a son had 35 the other night.
Yes. We're not talking about that. And guess what? Let me tell you, what's the backstory of LeBron James? What you think is the second most talked about thing? Bronny James in the G League is the second most talked about thing in NBA. Bronny James in the G League. Media has gotten so lazy, and if you want to talk about what's the problem is, media having conversations and really going in these locker rooms, talking to these players, getting the storylines. Hey, they sitting at home making up stories and then put it out there, and then wonder why people ain't interested.
I mean, that's always been the thing, though. Like, who wants to talk about another player? Who they're not getting any clicks on anybody else. Just look at what we like doing groups.
The Cowboys all the time because that's what drives the ratings.
Yeah, that's what the fans watch. Is just look about what we actually post in groups. If we post something about Jaylen Brown, no one's going to look at it. There's going to be no comments, no nothing. They post something about LeBron, there's going to be comments. Post something about LeBron and Jordan, there's going to be even more comments. Post something, even if you post something about Kevin Durant, it's not going to be that much.
Not no more.
It's going to anything you post that has nothing to do with LeBron and Jordan, they're going to make it about LeBron and Jordan.
That's the only comments like,
you'll see. Well, LeBron did this or Jordan did that under the
Yeah, if Jokic had a great game and someone posts about Jokic, over 90% of the comments going to be about LeBron James.
Well, he didn't do that.
And that's what the media is doing. That's what the media is appealing to what the fans want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean it's tough because like you used to be able to like tune in and hear people talk about like what like these teams that not lottery teams but like teams in rebuilding areas, markets were doing. Like no one's really talking about the Magic, or no one's really talking about the developing players on like these other teams like Hornets or Sacramento, any of these teams that like don't really garner praise because why? They haven't had any of the figures or the I should say the people who have been, garnering the league's attention for the last decade and a half, and like it's. I mean, maybe it will, especially if LeBron retires. Like, where's their going to come from? They'll have to start like focusing on players like Jokic more. They'll have to milk, Giannis for all he's worth, things like that, which is fair. These guys are transcendent players, but it's just tough when there's so many narratives.
I don't think we got to wait till LeBron retires. I think they can have the conversations right now, and I believe the media will be real lazy about it. They're literally
with who though? John, with who though? Who they're going to talk about?
Talk about the fact that Washington is about to be in a new year and they won 4 fucking games. Like, how you win 4 games? And it's
no one wants to hear about that. Nobody wants to hear about that though. That's the thing.
Terrible. How you win 4 games?
The only thing they want to hear about is Boston is why they're shooting so many threes. That's all. They don't want to hear about Jason Tatum. They want to hear about Jaylen Brown. They don't want to hear about nothing.
So are you saying they're doing a bad job of replacing LeBron James once he step away from the game?
I mean,
I think they're doing a bad job.
Who do we have?
Step up.
Who do we have?
Step up. Everybody's about themselves in the league. No, there's nobody like that era is gone. Everybody got their own brand. Everybody got their own podcast. Some of them making more money outside the league than they do in the league. So
who do we have?
Anything. If it ain't bringing dollars, they don't care. Like that's what it is. Being the face of the league is not putting money in their pocket, so they could care less about it.
I mean, we have a few players, but who do we have? Wemby? Like,
are they scared of Ja right now? Are they worried about him being suspended again? Are they scared of Anthony
I don't
Edwards?
think so. He's just not winning MVPs and winning titles.
And they scared of Anthony Edwards because of his things he do off the court. I'm gonna just say that. If you don't know, I pay attention to a lot of social media, so I know what's really going on.
He is the most popular besides the top 3. Really, like
they don't want to make a foreign player the face of the league. That's what it is. All the great players are foreign. They don't want to make a foreign player the face of the league because that'll show that the U.S. players
and no one likes their games. Like Giannis' game isn't attractive. Jokic is not either.
What about
Luka? His whole demeanor is not what the NBA wants to put as their face. Like even though the European, like the international players are like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they don't have the game they could put as the face of the league.
What about Jason Tatum? He's in the perfect market.
He's never going to be the face of the league.
Team up won the final MVP. That's out of here, man.
He's never going to be the face of the league. But I mean, Bronny has a better chance of being the face of the league than Jason Tatum. And that's the truth, right? That's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, guys, I don't know why we're having this conversation in chat, like who the most durable player of all time was. Clearly, it's John Stockton. And he played 82 games 16 times in his career, and he never missed more than 16 games in a season. How is that a debate? He played 20 years? Stop it. Not close.
They don't know that. But they don't know that. Because they first take is not telling them that about John Stockton.
It's not LeBron James. Shut up.
Nobody's telling them about the John Stockton. I believe.
They saying John Stockton was a plumber who was unathletic, and that was the only reason why Jordan won.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I do believe the NBA is in a. I believe they need to start having that conversation about somebody else being the face of the league. And
I mean,
they don't have anybody. They're not going to make.
There's no Kobe Bryant walking into the NBA. There's no Michael Jordan walking into the NBA.
Kobe Bryant, a player like Kobe Bryant, someone who's not highly touted, would be the perfect player for right now. It would be the great transition right now. But I don't think I mean, you got to force the conversation on somebody. I mean, give us somebody and just play fake it out there. See how it go. Have a real basketball conversation. Have somebody in the media go to some of these teams and have a real conversation.
Just think about this. If the NFL, if Patrick Mahomes never came into the NFL, who would be the face of the league in NFL?
Still Tom Brady.
No, it
Um,
will be Brady. They will still be talking about Tom Brady
Who
nonstop.
would it be if not for?
no,
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you who it would be. It'd be
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen. It'd be Josh Allen. It definitely, because he would have the same he at least had 2 Super Bowls right now hanging up if Patrick Mahomes doesn't exist.
Maybe Burrow, something like that. I mean,
I don't know. They for one, they have to win or they have to be MVPs. At this moment, Josh Allen and Burrow never won an MVP, but to say it's due to Mahomes. That's why they haven't won
not
one.
a three-peat, dude. Like, who's gonna stop them? Like, they're gonna have home field advantage here next week.
They got the home field advantage. They got the referee advantage.
Like,
they just have the greatest player that the NFL ever seen. That's all.
The referee is a player now.
Hey, Brandon. Period.
What position the ref play?
Period.
Run it back.
I've been a very satisfied my whole life. Michael Vick, Peyton Manning. I never seen nobody like Patrick Mahomes. This dude is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He don't need the refs, man. He already got 12.
Underrated defense too, though.
Oh yeah, the defense the best thing they got.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I said, if the Kansas City three-peat, Patrick Mahomes being a GOAT, the conversation is going to start. I mean, it's already half started, but no one has ever done this in a Super Bowl era, a three-peat. And he's done everything else that Tom Brady did, but Tom Brady never
had a perfect season.
I mean, Brady did win a lot of damn Super Bowls. Ooh, he won a lot of Super Bowls.
But at that point,
that is a lot.
He had 4 Super Bowls, and this short, he hadn't even played 10 seasons yet. 4 Super Bowls, and he the reason for this 4 Super Bowls. I mean, the conversation will start the day he wins 4.
I mean, it started now, but man, for me,
they're gonna be screaming about him being.
Even though I think Mahomes is special, I have a hard time putting somebody above Tom Brady at the moment because I see this man 45 years old throwing 40 touchdowns in the season. That is, and Patrick Mahomes like 27. Like he has so much work to do.
You didn't see him. He didn't.
But he'll be so good, he wouldn't have to play the 20 seasons.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have to pay 20.
That's. If he played,
I mean, that's because he was so good.
Seasons and he get you like 5 Super Bowls, 13 and 5, or
does
7
he have
and
to
22.
Does he have to win? Does he have to win 7 Super Bowls to be considered the?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like more than just Super Bowls. Like Tom Brady has a lot of Super Bowls. What he was doing throughout his whole career.
Yeah, but
when he was throwing 40 touchdowns in his 40s,
7 Super Bowl MVPs. He got what 3 Super Bowl MVPs?
He has 5.
4 other times.
He has 5.
So
Brady has 5 Super Bowl
I'm thinking about league MVPs. My bad.
So
league MVP. He has 3 of those. He has 3 of those.
He has 3 league.
Well, I give Ishmael credit here for that debate, but dude, you're going off the rails now. So LeBron James, yeah, he's played more than John Stockton by 14 more games in the regular season, right? But it took him 2 more years. I don't care what your reasoning is, and he played 82 games one time in his career. Durability is being available for your team game in and game out. John Stockton retired when he was 40. You're not going to make the argument. LeBron James averages 71 games a season. So you can miss 11 games a year and be more durable than the guy who averaged miss with 1 game a year. That doesn't make any sense. I don't care if he played more playoff games. He's had better teams. Okay, like John Stockton played more in less time. Okay, and he was far more durable. Like that's just the numbers. Like, what's your argument that LeBron James is more durable? Come up here and get smoked. I'll do it personally.
I go ahead and bring him up since this is what y'all want to talk about.
I'm confused. Like that's what he just passed Stockton in games played 2 years after. Well, I'm confused. Why was this a talk about?
I don't care about the playoffs. It does. What you did in playoffs means nothing because first of all, you'd be eligible to get there, and it's just like every player has
you can't
at
say
least 82 games.
No. Let's just hear his take first. Go ahead, Ishmael.
You can't say that you don't care about the playoffs. He played Okay, that's what it matters. You play. It's not a guarantee or a given that you're going to play these games. So with the exception he played, that means that he was available. So if you include the playoffs, you're talking about LeBron has 1,805 games compared to John Stockton, who has 1,686 games. Bro, that's over 100 games more than he has in his entire career, which is accounted for because the playoffs counts. But not only that, it's not just showing up to the game, because you could play a game and play 1 minute. It's about the fact it's the hardware that you have to endure while playing. The guys who play the most minutes are normally the most valuable players to their teams. Like Robert Parrish is not even top 10 in minutes played. So the fact is that LeBron James, if you include the playoffs, has 69,000, almost 70,000 minutes, 69,364 minutes compared to John Stockton, who has 54,162 minutes. He obliterates him in that. That means that he was even more valuable as a player compared to John Stockton. And it's not even comparison. Dude, first of all, where is this notion that if you play less games, that makes you more durable? That makes absolutely no sense. That is dog shit. I'm going to tell you why. If a player plays 5 years, all 82 games, about 400 games, are you going to say he's more durable than a player who's played 1,805 games? No. LeBron James is the most durable player of all time because he has been the most available to his team in minutes and games, and it doesn't matter how you feel. The playoffs doesn't count. He played. It's not a given. It's not a given, bro. You have to actually play. So yes, he's more available.
All right.
More durable.
All right, guys. I don't know who has echo, but I think that's Blue Roll. Let me mute.
So that's ridiculous. Take for somebody because it was a. Can you mute him?
Hold on. Let me. Okay.
There's Blue Ball.
Okay, so first of all, he averages a few more minutes per game than John Stockton, but John Stockton again was playing. Every player when you suit up gets a record or has 82 games available to them. The playoffs are dependent on how your team does, et cetera, et cetera. You don't automatically get past the postseason and say, okay, here's a slate of 16 games that you get to add to your record. John Stockton was available far more on a per season basis than LeBron James was. Again, like just look at the numbers. It took LeBron 2 more full seasons to pass, including he did it this year. He passed him just barely in full games played, 2 more full seasons. So John Stockton was playing 82 games. He was playing full seasons. He did it every single year of his career except for, twice? Like LeBron James misses 11 games a season on average. Okay, and I'm not saying that he's not durable, but when you try to discredit that just because he has more total games played, that's ridiculous. That's the same thing we're saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was still the best scorer in the NBA because he was simply playing 14. He was like scoring 14 points a game when he had the scoring record that he achieved like 4 years before that. Ridiculous. No one's going to think that. LeBron James, yes. Has he played those games? Great. Yes. Has he been incredibly durable? But you can't discount somebody who played 20 years, retired at 40, and even played 82 games at year 40, had never missed a season due to injury or anything else. Okay? The most games he ever missed in a season was 18. Okay? So durability is defined by that. Like, you play the games available to you.
No, durability is defined by you being available for your team.
And he was more than LeBron.
No, he's not more available. In the playoffs, like I said, the playoffs is not a given
amount of games played. Okay, regular season, LeBron James compared to John Stockton. Okay, measure what John Stockton played 20 years. Put them up there. He obliterated LeBron. Obliterated. Now you're not going to say he was more available because he just kept playing.
It's not a speeding competition. I hate when y'all use it. Yes, per game wise in the regular season, but you have to account for the playoffs because the playoffs he played. You cannot take away out of that.
No, you don't.
All right. Hold on. Okay, Travis, what do you mean by durability? Then I'm gonna ask Ishmael, what do you mean by durability? Yours is just playing the most games or being available the most.
Yours is is playing the most games and being available the most. John Stockton was that. He never missed any games. He was a starter. It wasn't like he was some bench player coming off playing 10 minutes a game and like surfing the coattails. No, he was starting all those games. He was playing heavy minutes. they made the playoffs a lot too. Like he wasn't on the best teams like all the time. He never switched teams, rebuilding. Like they went through like several rebuilding phases, but he was there thick and thin, rebuilding season or not, doesn't matter. LeBron, he played all the games that were available to him every single year, except for like 2 years. And I think that the only time that he didn't play 82 games was during the strike-shortened season of '99, and the year before that when he missed like 18 games due to injury. Like, that was ridiculous. So you can't possibly say this man who was playing 82 games, that maximum allotted to you for every year of his career, except for I see 3. And he averaged like his average was like 80 games compared to 71 for LeBron. Wasn't more durable by definition. Look it up. 19 full seasons. Okay.
Hold on for a second, Ishmael. So, would you say a player is more available if, say, for instance, they are coming off the bench? Doesn't matter if they're coming off the bench, but they're still playing.
No,
does it matter if you're a starter or not?
It does. It absolutely does matter if you're a starter, because like I said, I literally said that. I said it matters because the demands on you as a starter are far more to like maintain your durability, maintain your health. John Stockton was that his entire career. It wasn't like he was, just some guy playing 10 minutes a game and like, doing it that way.
Okay, so I have a question. The first 19 years, John Stockton started less games than LeBron James. Did that factor in anything?
The first what?
The first 19 years of LeBron James' career, he started more games than John Stockton. Does that factor at all into this argument? Because John Stockton started 1,300 games his whole career, and LeBron was over 1,300 his first 19 years, even though he had shortened seasons.
Okay, so the only times that John Stockton really wasn't a consistent starter was like his first 3 years. Okay, where he started, he was only playing 18 minutes, but then after that, you saw his minutes from year 3 onward were consistent starter levels. And no, it doesn't matter because he still played every single game.
It doesn't matter now.
It doesn't matter. It matters, but like it wasn't a story of his entire career. Like again, you're being disingenuous with that.
Okay, so the first 19 years, LeBron averaged 38 minutes a game. Stein Johnson 30 minutes a game, 31, I believe. LeBron James played more playoff games, started more games. So it could be said that LeBron James may have been more available to his team.
I mean, if you're talking about per minutes, or if it's like a minutes played during his first season, sure. But like John Stockton again, you're talking about someone who's there every single game. Like I said, they were both starters. Minutes played again is completely relative to the games or to the team's game plan. But like I said, it's not like they were both starting. Okay, and LeBron, like I said, he only played 82 games one time in his entire career. I'm not trying to say he wasn't a durable player.
Can I go next?
But like you're making it seem like, and also 19 years compared to 19 years, it's not close as far as games played. LeBron just passed him this year.
It's not about.
Okay, Ishmael, let me ask him one more question. So if a guy played 90 games in a season, or a guy's played 100 games in a season, which one would you think will be more available to their team?
I would think that guy who played 90 games either went out early in the playoffs or again had more playoff success, which doesn't factor into the argument at all.
Okay, so it don't factor for you. That's all I want to know. You go ahead, Ishmael.
Because that's not his control.
Look, it matters because if you play, I'll answer your question, Beely. Obviously, the 100 games is you're taking in more durability because you have to deal with more mental and physical wear and tear on the body. That matters a lot. Like getting more playoff games is not just a given to be more durable. It's that you have to actually mentally be prepared for that. You have to physically deal with that. It's a draining process. And logically, when it comes to durability, it's easily that LeBron is the most durable player of all time because he's played more, endured more. Like it's simple to understand that missing less games throughout seasons is impressive, but the overall aspect of durability is that if you have more contribution, if you're playing more, if you deal with more hardware, and that is what durability is about. So by that logic, LeBron has dealt with more. 82 games, you could play 82 games in 5 seasons.
If someone who plays 82, the most 82 games in 5 seasons, are they more durable than LeBron? No. So it's about overall what you've done, and so that's what makes LeBron more durable.
Yeah, and he was far more durable when he retired. He was far more durable than LeBron at that same clip. You're talking about.
Who cares? It's not a
about
speeding.
LeBron.
It's about okay, Travis. It's not about a seasons because they don't play seasons.
You're using the ridiculous totals argument again, which is
it's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous.
It's the stupidest thing.
Logical.
That's why Dart cooked you, my guy. Because you were trying to do that again.
I'm gonna land on this. It's not about the seasons. It's about the games played and the minutes played. Because, like I said, Robert Parrish is not even top 10, I think, in games played, regular season and playoffs. I mean, minutes played, right? So it's like you could literally show up for a game and play 2 minutes and that's it, or come off the bench. LeBron literally trumps John Stockton, like by over 10,000 minutes or so, or something like that, bro. Like that's a big difference in the aspect of durability, how much hardware. Not only that, he's played in an era where in his older age where he has to endure more spacing and actually cover more on the floor. That's durability, bro. Like it's a huge difference comparing the durability of the 90s when they're playing like ISO basketball and all he has to do is pass the basketball to Karl Malone, and Karl Malone does all the work. There's a huge difference.
All right, Travis. Last word on this. Last word on this, Travis. We can get off this. Go ahead. Last word. You got anything else for this?
No, I mean, you're talking about, like I said, all he has is totals. He's not going to talk about how John Stockton was by far like the best facilitator. He had responsibilities defensively. And like I said, he wasn't just some guy coming off the bench. He was consistently starting. He played like up until that time. Like if you compare 19 years, he obliterates LeBron James because LeBron James was missing like 15, 20 games a season sometimes. Average 71 a game or 71 per season. Like when you take these significant chunks of season off, I don't care if you make up for it in the playoffs. Again, if you surpass a player simply by playing longer than him, but you're doing less when you're doing that. Okay, like I said. If you're like the same logic would apply to someone who's played, let's say if he played 19 series or seasons, right? And he played 82 games like almost every year. What if a player played like 40 years but was playing like 20 games a season? Like you would use the same energy with that guy, even if he was starting or not, because all you have is totals. You don't have context. You're not using context. You're just you even went to the error argument, which is ridiculous. You know, that's the DB many times. But I mean, like we can actually start a profit debate if you want to go that way. But I guarantee I will barbecue chicken your ass again if you want to do that again.
So I can understand Ishmael's argument. He said LeBron James played more in 19 years than John Stockton played in 19 years. If we're just talking about straight minutes, but playing games, of course, is John Stockton.
Wait,
but in 19 years, LeBron played more minutes on the court than John Stockton. All right, so
what does that have to do with anything?
Let's go ahead and move on. What'd you say?
I said, what does that have to do with anything? Just you play more minutes. What does that have to do with anything?
The first 19 years of their career, LeBron James played more on the basketball court than John Stockton.
Okay, now John Stockton got 16 years of 82 game seasons. How many does LeBron have, sir? 1? What are you talking about durability, fam? Are you for real? I'm just going to, all right, move next topic, fam, because you don't know what you're talking about at all. I don't even go there with you.
All right, it's cool. All right.
16 82 game seasons, and dude got 1, and y'all saying he more durable. You must be smoking dope.
We trying to get off this conversation, but
all right, let's go, Ishmael. What up, Ishmael? I ain't seen you in a minute, fam. I've been up in the chat, Discord, waiting on you, fam. Everybody's scared of me, fam. I've been called everybody out who want to debate. I'm here, baby. I'll pull up. What's happening?
What'd you say, Travis?
The last like 5 years, LeBron has played like an average of like 55 games per season.
It's not just the games, bro. It's also the minutes.
It's literally just the games.
John Stockton only played 19 seasons, right?
Yeah. Only played 19 seasons.
So the last 3 seasons,
16 that was 82 game seasons, right? But he only played 19. Don't worry.
The last 4 years, he played 82 games, and he was averaging 30 minutes a game.
Oh, Stockton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what are you talking about, sir? Him.
I guess he wasn't that durable if he could only play that low amount of minutes.
Oh my God.
And he was still
I guess
starting.
he wasn't that durable if he wasn't able to perform at a high level, right? Don't that make sense?
He wasn't performing at all. He was
He
only.
didn't have enough help to reach
I
the
mean,
finals.
his last few years and his first few years, he wasn't really playing that much on the court. So how you gonna be more durable than someone who's putting in all the work?
Oh my God, this dude.
He was
Oh my God.
playing every game. It's not like he wasn't putting in work. He just wasn't starting his first year and his 30. He started a good chunk of his second year, but you're talking about like it wasn't his call. Like he's still playing a large amount of minutes, and like then from then on, it's like not even close.
Hey,
Like
T Perfect. Let me get this, man. Let me get this. Hey, B Lee, fam. B Lee, G. Who was better on defense? John Stockton or LeBron James, man?
I'm gonna say LeBron James. He's more versatile.
Okay, look, fam. Okay, John Stockton, every game he played fucking defense, fam. He played defense, so he playing both sides of the ball. He playing defense and offense, fam. It was during a time when you couldn't just sit in the zone, fam. You had to man up. You had to get some nuts. So if he playing offense and defense, and LeBron's only playing offense, then who's more durable, motherfucker, if he playing 82 games, sir? Who's more durable, sir?
This is really an argument.
Who's more durable? That's literally LeBron James.
Oh my God!
If you're talking about defense, that's LeBron James. Like you just ruined your whole by saying who's playing. LeBron James is a more. I mean,
I don't think he can hear you. I don't think he can hear you.
Every time.
If you're saying who's better offensively and defensively compared to each other, that's gonna be LeBron James. If that's your argument.
No, sir. I said actually playing. Like he's not John Stockton not resting on defense, so he's totally playing the whole damn game. He playing all the defense. He playing all the offense. Now LeBron is playing all the offense, but he ain't playing a goddamn defensive thing at all. At all.
John Stockton,
he's resting because they play zone. You didn't play zone in the 90s, baby. You manned up. So who's more durable again, sir? When somebody got 16 seasons of 82 games and they playing offense and defense, who's more durable, sir? Say it again, please. Please say it.
Argument I've ever heard.
And this is the conversation. And this is the conversation I'm talking about. That the media is giving these guys bad information. He said,
"What's the bad information? What's the bad information? What is the bad information, sir?"
Guess what? Who is Stockton guarding, bro?
He's playing defense. It don't matter who he guarding. He playing defense. He playing defense. It don't matter. He playing defense. He playing defense, fam. He playing defense. He playing defense. Because it's 29 teams. You didn't say what team, sir, so I don't know who the hell he's guarding. You didn't say the team, sir. What team?
So is that what you're going to do?
What team? What team? I can't answer the question if you don't give me the team.
So I asked you, who is John Stockton guarding?
On what team? On what team? I can't name who he guarding if you don't give me the goddamn team, sir. What team is he playing?
He's playing the teams in the NBA, sir.
Okay, which team? Which team?
You said he's guarding all game, right? You said he's guarding all game. Who the fuck is he guarding?
Okay, if he was going against what are we going here? If we was going against the early motherfucking Bulls, he'd be guarding what, John Paxson or something? He's still playing defense. It don't matter. You can't leave Paxson open. So it don't matter. He playing defense. He not sitting in a goddamn lane touching his motherfucking nuts with Diddy on. So I don't know what the hell you talking about, fam. What is you talking about? He playing defense. LeBron ain't playing defense at all.
That's why you always talk about butts and
all right. Oh wait, no. Let me just ask one question. I won't say nothing else. Let me ask one question, B. Lee. B. Lee, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question, B. Lee?
Yeah, you're very entertaining. Go ahead.
All right, B. Lee, my dog. Hey, fam.
Go ahead.
Who was LeBron guarding in 2011? Because he was all defensive first team, wasn't he, fam? Wasn't he all defensive first team in 2011? Okay, so who did he guard in the fucking finals? Why he didn't guard Dirk? to Dirk killing. Why ask that motherfucker why he didn't guard Dirk?
Okay, hold up. Okay. Let me answer that question.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
why would LeBron be guarding a 7-foot power forward?
Because he a 6'9" power forward and he was on all defense. That's why. The same way that Steven Jackson locked his ass up back in 07. The same way that Pietrus locked his ass up back in 07. The same way they played with the We Believe and locked his motherfucking ass up. So why LeBron didn't do it when he was
Who
all
got
defense
locked up?
first team? Dirk,
Who got locked
Dirk,
up? Are you
Dirk got
saying
locked up.
Dirk got locked up? So,
Yes, they was the
okay,
number
so
one. They was the
all
number
right.
one team in the NBA on the West, and they lost to the We Believe 8 seed because he got locked up. You don't remember that, sir?
Okay, so you're saying if they lose, they get locked up. Is that what
What?
you're saying? If you lose, you get locked up.
No,
Is
no,
that
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying?
no. I said if LeBron James plays defense so well, he was all defensive first team. He playing a power forward position the last 4 years. Why he ain't guard Dirk, fam? Wasn't Dirk
He
killing in
played
the
a power.
2011?
Okay, he played a power forward when? The last 4 years
Excuse
of this
me?
year? He
Excuse
played
me?
power forward when? He played power forward when?
He played power forward this year. I seen him play power forward this year a couple times.
Okay, this is 2011. LeBron James was not a power
Okay,
forward in
did he play
2000.
power forward last year? Did he play power forward last year?
He played it in year 21. Yes, we're talking about
Oh,
in
did he play?
year
Okay,
8,
hold on.
2011.
Did he play
In
power forward the year before that?
2011, in 2011, was LeBron James playing power forward? Yes or no?
It don't matter.
In
He was playing. No,
2011,
he was
was
playing.
LeBron James
He was
playing
lined
power
up at the
forward?
small forward. He was lined up at the small forward.
So
Yes, you're
why
right. He
would
was
he
lined
be
up.
guarding Dirk Nowitzki
Okay, hold
when you
on.
have
Who
Chris
played the power
Paul
forward?
and
Who played the
Udonis
power
Haslem?
forward, fam? Who played the power forward?
Haslam.
Do not answer the question. Why would
Haslam.
LeBron
He's
James be guarding
smaller.
power
He's
forward?
smaller than LeBron, dumbass. So why he can't start? Why he can't guard him? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, answer the question.
Exactly.
Why would LeBron James be
Why
playing
did
power
LeBron
forward?
not guard him? Why?
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute you. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you a
Yes,
simple question. Why would LeBron James be guarding a power forward in 2011? A
he's not
7-foot
there.
power forward in 2011. Answer that
He
question
walked away.
first.
He walked away. He's
Go.
not even listening. That's
Believe.
why I said
Believe. Why
he
do
doesn't
dudes
want
always
to. He don't
run
want
the
to have to be
2011, bro?
Can we not
This
talk
dude's
about
upset.
2011, please?
You think wasn't LeBron
Yes,
the most
can we not?
versatile defender in history, though?
He is.
Okay.
Can we
But
go
what does
back
that
to
have to do?
what we were saying about questioning LeBron's greatness and let Sturdy talk because Sturdy been patient too and Blue Bolt. I'm
All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and do what I plan on doing early before. So let me bring up what I was gonna talk about. Hold on for a second. All right, so these are the points that I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes to debate. You get two minutes at a time to actually debate. It don't have to be Jordan. I know everyone wants to say Jordan. These do not have to be Jordan. So if you want to talk about anything, I'm going to try to debate you guys on why LeBron James is the greatest in these categories. So you could pick any category you want. Anybody could do it. Anybody on this panel can actually do it. So I'm pretty sure Sturdy wants to debate everything because that's just Sturdy. So I'm going to kick it off with Sturdy first. So Sturdy, if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm right here. Salute everybody.
All right.
What's up,
So
Sturdy?
I could bring it back up if you want me to, but which
No,
point
I'm
do
good.
you
I'm good.
want to go first?
Yeah, I'm not gonna take too much of your time, Billy, or the brothers on this panel. I'm just gonna choose one category, and that is winning.
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 Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Go ahead and tell me who's the greatest winner of all time and why it's not LeBron James.
No, the greatest winner of all time is Bill Russell. We were talking about in regards to most people consider the ultimate goal in basketball is to win the game or contribute to winning a championship, and no player in NBA history did so more so than Bill Russell in their career. We're talking about a man who won 11 championships in 13 seasons. 11 championships in 13 seasons. And majority of those championships, he was emphatically the most impactful player on this team and the best player on this team. We're talking about a guy not just in a statistical manner, affecting his team in regards to leading their team in rebounds, as well as obviously being the best defender, being revolutionary in terms of his contributions to transition offense, as well as having underrated clutch performances himself. Bill Russell embodied winning. He was a leader on and off the court. When you go through his testimony of his players as well as his mentees who came after and for him, listen to his peers. No player in NBA history prioritized winning than Bill Russell. As a matter of fact, his winning acumen is so predominant in NBA history. He is 10-0 in winning all take games, ladies and gentlemen. 10-0 and winning all take games. Whether it be a game 5, game 7, he went 10-0. And that is why I believe Bill Russell is the greatest winner in NBA history.
All right. That is the obvious take is Bill Russell is the greatest one of all time. So, just because I put those things does not make it LeBron James is the greatest one of all time. But I'm going to make an argument to why he is probably the greatest one of all time. All right. So one thing when we talk about winning, I know you brought up Bill Russell and how he led his team to 11 titles, but we all know Bill Russell was not always the leading force in winning all those titles, which he probably led more teams to titles more than anybody in the history of James. But LeBron James is led his team to get to that point more times than the greatest players of all time. So if we want to talk about Bill Russell led teams to 8 finals, LeBron James put his team in those positions to win that game. But yes, I would give that up to Bill Russell winning more. But LeBron James, he has led every team that he played for to actual titles, even in high school, the Olympics, FIBA, Cleveland, LA, Miami. He's the only player to just every team he played for, they won a title. Bill Russell, he played in an era that you didn't have to win as many games to win a title. So LeBron James has the most games in playoff history won, the most series in playoff history won. He has the highest plus and minus in the postseason, even though that wasn't tracked throughout the whole year. He has the highest win shares in the postseason. He's second in the regular season as well. He led 3 teams to NBA finals and titles as the finals MVP. I don't believe any player could have done that in NBA history. Just go to lottery teams, go to teams who couldn't make it to the playoffs. LeBron James is this bona fide winner that no one has ever seen before. He's putting his teams in positions to always win. He didn't have an already made team like Magic Johnson and Bill Russell. He didn't have those teams already there to win. He didn't do that. Even with the Olympics, when we were struggling, LeBron James was always the leading force in those Olympics. He always was the best players in those. Even this year, when the hardest tournament that the Olympic team has ever faced, LeBron James was the MVP. He has led 3 coaches to NBA titles. Neither one of them have won a title after that. Even Phil Jackson won 5 titles outside of Michael Jordan. He led 5 coaches to NBA finals. He came back from the only player to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the playoffs. Even LeBron James is so much of a winner that he was the flag bearer for the United States of America. Like, this is how much LeBron James is winning. It's this notion that LeBron James is not a winner that has been corrupting everybody's mind because the media is up against him. But LeBron James, in fact, is the only player to be able to lead teams to titles. No one could do what LeBron James has done in NBA history. And that's my take on winning for LeBron James.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. Do I have a retort? Just a brief retort.
Okay. Yeah. You can go ahead.
Okay. I just want to make some slight corrections. One, no one ever questioned if LeBron James is not a winner. Literally, like that's kind of like idiotic. If anyone questions that,
it's a lot. It's a lot though.
Yeah, but you're talking to someone who's like logical and competent to actually knows the game of basketball. But it's completely idiotic to question if LeBron is a winner. But the conversation is who is the greater winner. And in regards to Bill Russell, just provide extra context. A lot of people don't know Bill Russell was a winner even before the NBA. There's also the couple of things that you said that was like slightly inaccurate in terms of Bill Russell time, but we're gonna get to that later. First of all, a lot of people don't know he won 2 NCAA championships in college for University of San Francisco.
Yes.
And on top of that, he's also has Olympic gold success and won in 1956 Olympics as well. And for those who don't know, that was the reason why during the Bill Russell's rookie year, he came for playing the Olympics. That's why he didn't play the entire rookie season. Otherwise, he would have had the rookie of the year and possibly the MVP, but that's not here nor there. Speaking of that rookie year, right? When you said he was when he joined teams that was ready to win, or I'm kind of paraphrasing just a tad, that's inaccurate. The Boston Celtics did not win anything until Bill Russell came there. Matter of fact, the Boston Celtics never had the best defense until Bill Russell came there. As a matter of fact, when Bill Russell got there, the coach and the best players on that team said, "Oh yeah, we're running everything through him because he's clearly the most impactful player on this team. He is the most athletic player on this team. He's the best rebounding player on this team. He is the best defender on this team. He's our best leader." As a matter of fact, so much so that he was the common denominator similar to LeBron on why his teams were winning. So yes, I don't know where you got this notion of he only led 8 teams in regards to winning a championship. No, he led all his 11 rings to his teams winning championships.
He was not. That's what I mean. He was not the best player on all 11 teams. That's all I meant by that.
Oh, would you since right out finish, like you'll please enlighten the people to the 3 years, because you said 8, that he was not the best player when they won the championship. But to sum it up, Bill Russell was similar to LeBron, was a common denominator to why his team won championships. He won as a player coach. That means he didn't need Red Auerbach as a coach to win championships. He won with different cast of players. Bob Cousy retired and Bill Russell continued to win. Sam Jones wasn't always there and Bill Russell continued to win. John Havlicek wasn't always there and they always won. And even when he left, John Havlicek did not win until he got with another all-time great big man and Dave Cowens for him to win again. So I just want to just make it a little more accurate in terms of Bill Russell's circumstances and how impactful he was towards winning. And regardless, though, these guys are all-time great winners and some of the NBA greatest players. But let's not pretend this notion that LeBron is the only player who has dominated winning on multiple levels through multiple conditions and with different pieces and acumen. But please enlighten the people of the 3 years that he was not the best player for the championship team.
This first year and definitely his last two years.
Well, I thought everyone got 2 minutes, not 10. What's up?
All right. Yeah. Okay.
My bad.
Let's go ahead to the next point. All right. I'm gonna put it up again. And
Blue Boat didn't get to speak though.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So who wants to take one of them other points?
I mean, I can, but I want to be fair to Blue Boat.
Yo, BB, you still there?
Yo, what up?
You gotta echo.
What up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? What's going on? What's good, panel? What's going on with everybody, man?
What's good?
Oh, nothing, man. What's going on? King John, T Perfect, Sturdy, Ishmael, Twin Man, Sturdy. Now, what's going on? Like, do I have to choose a certain category and say a certain thing? You rebuttal it or something like that, or what's going on? Like, what?
You don't have to choose one of these. You don't have to choose one of these. You could. I know.
Yo, Blue Boat got echo.
Yeah, echo going on. Yeah, Blue Boat, you're gonna have to fix your mic and probably go out and just come back in.
Until then, Ishmael, man, get in there, bro. Stop getting nervous, bro.
Ain't nobody nervous, but I'm gonna pick.
The crazy dude, he looked like he got a lot to say. So you could go ahead and unmute your mic. Which point do you want to take on this one?
I don't want to take none of them points, man, because you worked on something like that, man. Look, Bill Russell never averaged more than 19 points a
All right. Nobody want to hear what he's had to say bad about Bill Russell.
Boy,
All right.
he's so angry. He's so
He never
angry.
averaged more than 19 points during the season. He never shot over 61% from the free throw line, and he never.
We are talking about winning. We're not talking about who's the greatest, like if he's the greatest scorer of all time. We were just talking about Bill Russell as a winner. Only Bill Russell as a winner.
I got to talk about Bill Russell as a winner. Is that what you're saying?
No, bro. You gotta pick.
Okay, so
you gotta.
Okay, so I get to keep MJ. Huh? MJ the greatest winner. We don't know that. What the hell? Is that a real question, Pat?
No, bro. That's not.
Who is the greatest winner of all time?
Jordan. Period.
All right. I would
6-0. 6 finals.
I would let you
MVPs.
go ahead and tell us why. Why is Jordan the greatest winner of all time? Go.
Because Jordan showed you he can do everything, fam. He showed you he was the best scorer by 10 straight scoring titles. He showed you he was the best defender with the defensive player of the year, plus 9 all defensive teams, fam. He showed you he was the most athletic by winning the dunk contest back to back. When you question his threes, what did he do in the finals in '92? I hit 6 of them bitches with 35 in the first half, fam. On this dude that Drexler they think is me when they know I'm him. That's the problem, fam. What else did he do, fam? He showed he was the best defender and the best offensive player, fam. What about his blocks? How many he got 2 seasons over 100 blocks, one at 131, one at 125. LeBron ain't got neither one of those. He ain't even got 100 blocks in the season, fam. And he a power forward and the dude the guard. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He showed you everything. He shows you the best of the best by what he got 3 MVP, All-Star MVPs. He showed you he the best of the best because every time he go to the finals, he win all dubs. And he get the MVP. You feel what I'm saying? He the man, folks. Oh, now. Now look. What else did he show you? What else you want him to show you, man? He showed you he was fast as hell when he went a 4.39 in college. He showed you he was the most athletic with the 48-inch vertical. You talking about some, he ain't never gone there. Get the hell out of here. We seen him. He glid more than glide to glide. He flew more than anybody, man. He was the most softest motherfucking. I'll dunk on your ass aggressively as anybody. Had the first quickest step you ever want to see, fam. So what didn't he show is the question, because he showed you could play defense. He showed you had to grit the grind. He showed you he was willing to get in practice. He showed you he was willing to hold people accountable. He showed you he was a better coach than Phil Jackson, G. I don't know what the hell when you put him at the 1, what'd he do? He had 10 triple doubles in 11 games, motherfucker, averaging 34, 11, and 11. Anything you want him to do, he got you.
All right. That's 2 minutes. All right.
Wait, what category he picked?
I did ask him why Jordan was the greatest winner, and I don't know what the hell that was. That you only said he won 6 titles.
I don't know what's going on.
There's people who won more titles than 6. So how is Michael Jordan the greatest winner if more people won more titles than Jordan? Go ahead and explain.
Because, brother, he was the best player on the team. The only people who got more championships to him is is people like Bill Russell, who played when it was only 10 teams in the league, and they didn't have to win that many games. And they got the best talent every year because they got the best players in the region. That's why everybody's in the fucking Raptors. Now,
okay, all right.
Jordan is the best player.
Okay. So you're saying that Bill Russell won more titles than Jordan. Bill Russell was the best player on more titles that he won. So why is Michael Jordan a greater winner than Bill Russell?
Because Bill Russell didn't win the titles. Boston Celtics did. Now, Jordan, he was the best player, 6-6, man, 6-0. Now,
would you say the Bulls won those titles then? Would you say the Bulls won those titles?
Yeah, led by Michael Jordan. Now, how many times did they get led by Bill Russell? Not that many.
At least 8 times.
Because he had Bob Cousy, Havlicek, Powell, Hinchin. Like, come on, fam, stop with the BS, nigga. You on that bullshit, fam? And if you name one time that Jordan performed in the finals like LeBron did in 2011, I say LeBron's a fucking GOAT right now. End the discussion. Gut punch. Get your ass back, goofy. You don't know what's going on over here. Now name it. Name the time Jordan did it. Name it. Name the fucking time. That he played like 2011. Okay,
can
okay.
tell you
Look,
something.
I'm gonna give you another. I'm gonna give you something else, B. Lee.
I can tell you that
Let me
one.
give you something else, B. Lee.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, D Wade in 2011, he averaged more points than Kobe did. Why they ain't win? But Kobe never won the year before. Now, Chris Bosh, he averaged the same amount as Paul Gasol did. Why they ain't win? Because LeBron only averaged 17.
Right. Okay.
And you know
Okay.
why? Because he
I
couldn't
have a
move
question
JJ
with that.
Barrera. He
All
couldn't
right.
move an old Jason Kidd.
I'm have to mute you because you're not listening. All right. So I have a question with that. If Kobe was so great, why did he get swept by those Dallas Mavericks in 2011? Go.
You say, why did Kobe get what?
Swept by the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 if Kobe was that great that LeBron couldn't do. Why did they sweep the Lakers and Kobe Bryant, 2011 Mavericks?
Excuse me, I'm defending Jordan, not Kobe. Don't try to switch me over. I'm talking about Jordan here, not
You the
Kobe
one who
Bryant,
brought up
sir.
Kobe. You the one who brought up Kobe.
Excuse me?
You the one who brought up Kobe.
No, I
You the
said
one who
Kobe
brought up Kobe.
won. Kobe won the finals, averaging 26 points a game. D Wade averaged 27 the next year. They didn't win. You know why? Because LeBron's supposed to be the best defender, but he's scared to guard Dirk. Now, you know what they did. What they figured out. They figured out that LeBron didn't have that good of a post game. They figured out that LeBron didn't have that good of a post game, and he didn't have that good of a mid range. And if you foul his goofy ass, he only shoots 77% from the free throw line, dumbass. So that's why they kicked his ass, and he only has 17 points a game.
You
Goofball.
pretty damn hilarious.
Hey, Billy, that
What?
Hell, it's all facts. It's all facts, fam. It's all facts, G.
Changing the
Is that your
direction.
friend or something?
Hell.
All right. What'd you say, John?
Is that your friend?
It's not. No.
Yeah, because
That's not
Yo.
I told you what he does. He asks you questions, but then when you turn around and ask him a question, he doesn't want to answer the question. You asked him why didn't Kobe and the Lakers got swept by the 2011 team, 2011 Dallas. He doesn't want to answer questions. He knows more about LeBron James than any other player in history. These guys can't tell you nothing about their favorite players, but they can tell you about LeBron. So that's all I say. If he's going to come on here just like he asks questions, cool, I have no problem. But he has to be able to answer these same questions people are asking him. That's all I ask. Just to answer the question people are asking him too. That's all I care about.
All right.
No. What I'm saying is,
What'd you say, Ismail?
Can I pick another? Can I pick one of the slots, please?
All right.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm a Jordan fan. Oh, you talking about Kobe?
I know.
You trying to switch it up to Kobe? I'm cool.
I'm gonna go with number 4 with accolades. I'm gonna say that no, and I'm not talking about player of the month or none of that. I understand it. I'm gonna go with the seasonal awards and honors, and I'm gonna pick Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's known as the most decorated basketball player of all time. 6 MVP says a lot about a player, especially when the players were voting themselves. They're voting against your opponent. Says a lot about your impact on the game of basketball.
In 9 years.
Yeah, right. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, LeBron is up there, especially if you count NBA All-Stars selections. So he would technically need one more if you combine them all together. But with outside of the All-Stars, the seasonal awards like All NBA, All Defensive Team. I don't like All Defensive Team awards, but Kareem has it, and MVP is included. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is ahead of LeBron. I mean, it's pretty close, but I'll give that Kareem is the most decorated player of all time with these awards. So that's what I'm going to say. That's my argument for that. I'll give it to Kareem.
B. Lee, really fast.
Go ahead.
Because I gotta dip out, but I just want to say,
Oh, okay.
I try to rep the Jordan community also, but there's just so many of these instances which happen that I just can't do it anymore, and it just I don't know. I'm like fighting an uphill battle. You're walking like 30 miles to school in the snow and back. All the like we use. So I mean, I'll just buckle and acquiesce. Yes, Ismail, LeBron's the most durable player ever. Yes, B. Lee, he's has the best. Whatever, he's the best. Let's just say he's the GOAT, so I can be safe and warm. because I'm tired of like just having no backup or help from.
No, T Perfect, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this, G. You don't want to miss this.
I have to.
We talk about
you don't want to miss this, fam.
I understand T Perfect.
You don't want to miss this, fam. I got a surprise for every LeBron fan. Cause listen, this is what you don't know about me, fam. I'm a JAG lawyer, fam. A military lawyer. I just got a military 20-some years. Now look, check this out. I did an investigation on this motherfucker myself. I figured it out. All the black sharks gonna be popping out now.
My God.
Oh, you do now you do understand, right? Okay, now let me tell you something, look, B-League, okay?
Go ahead.
Now, what did LeBron be a part of in 2007? What did he become a part of?
God damn. No, please, bro. Like, we want to talk about what B. Lee said, bro. We don't want to talk about LeBron and his failures, man. Come on, man. Like,
no. I'm bringing up his biggest secret that he don't want nobody to figure
his
out.
own investigation on LeBron James.
Right. Go ahead and tell us this investigation.
Okay, so
you did.
You know how they say follow the money. You know how they say follow the money, right? Follow the money. All right, now what did LeBron get in 2007, fam? He bought what? A media company, correct? Right? So, right? He got a media company, right? Right? Who all a part of the media company, G? Who's all a part of the media company that LeBron got?
Come on. Let us know, because we don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know any of this? You don't know any of this. You don't remember 2011. You don't remember the 2011 when they found the doggone factory and closed that motherfucker? Then when they found the Balco factory, you didn't read that, huh? In 2011, you didn't read that? You didn't read it because LeBron owned the 2007. He owned the media company in 2007, so he ain't let that shit ride out. He ain't let that ride out, fam. Just like he ain't let when his son got caught that weed. No, it's all part of it, fam. He's part of the media company, fam. Now, when you look up the media company that LeBron has, what does it say, fam? It mentions some other shit. It mentions some old people. It mentions a bunch of people in cahoots, right? And one of the names is a female ex-tennis player named Serena Williams, huh? She's part of it too, fam. Y'all got to do y'all own investigation, G, because y'all don't know shit. It goes to the bottom, fam. It starts at LeBron's media company, and it goes all the way up. And when you go all the way up, guess what you find out? You find out it's in cahoots with the robotic shit. Who do that? Who owns that? Elam. Oh my God, it's a whole conspiracy. G, I found it all out. The black shark's gonna pull up, folks. Come get me, bitch. Ah, they coming, motherfucker. I'm telling you, I know his secret, G. His secret, he bought the media company, fam, in 2007. Then he recruited Bosch and motherfucking Wade when he tried to get Melo. He tried to get Melo, but Melo wasn't going. So he got Bosch, but he thought Bosch could shoot threes because Bosch shot 40% from three in 2008. But he didn't realize that Bosch didn't shoot a damn three at all in the 2008 Olympics, and he wasn't that good of a three-point shooter. That's why when he got together in 2011, and LeBron was playing a small forward, and who was playing the power forward, fam? It was Haslam and Joel Anthony. Neither one of them could shoot threes, right? So the hole is clogged up, and they found out that he wasn't shit, but an 89% layup king, and he shot 22% from every goddamn where else. He didn't have no post game. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have no post game. He didn't have no mid-range game, and if you fouled him, he couldn't make a free throw to save his nuts. That's why they dipped and diddy your bitch. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Bro, this show, like, we all only have a amount of opportunities to give our takes.
He gotta be somebody.
I do want to give a take on one of the things you're on the board.
Yeah. A lot of time.
Any questions? Anybody got any questions? Any questions from the crowd? Anybody got any questions? Y'all want to know how LeBron's a loser? I'll tell you.
Thank you very much. Inspector Gadget. Goddamn. Inspector
I'll tell
Gadget
you.
38. Giving us this.
Go look up LeBron's media company and then follow the breadcrumbs and see how many motherfuckers you see is with him. in his whole media thing, and see how many of them famous as hell, and see how many of them at the top of the A list, and see how they plot together to make all this work, fam. You'll see it. Any other questions? Anybody got any questions?
Okay, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm definitely gonna come back to you. All right.
Okay.
Why?
All right. That's pretty
John,
amazing.
why?
Why you gotta come
Why?
back to him? Yeah.
Yeah, why?
This
Please.
is-
I'm definitely gonna come back to him. All right. Let's go ahead and pick one off the board.
All right. Okay. So I want to go to Impact. There's a multiple
Impact.
players
All
that have
right.
been more. You talking? Yeah. I want to go to Impact. I mean, there's multiple players that have been more impactful than LeBron. In his
Okay.
career, such as Will Chamberlain, Magic Johnson. But the player that I'm going to argue had more impact, in my personal opinion, is Allen Iverson. When you look at Allen Iverson, when you look at point guards with an offensive hub and how you build a team around a point guard with versatile and great defenders, and you pretty much have your point guard being a score first option alongside being passing and playmaking first option. You look at guards like Stephen Curry, Derrick Rose, John Morant, Kyrie Irving. He truly paved the way for all of these all-time great guards we see in today's era. Not only that, when you look at his cultural impact that he had on the game, forcing players to dress how they want to dress, um, uh, and for him, when you look at his cultural impact with his cornrows, with the way he dressed, the fact that he got the NBA rule changes bans not once but twice, with the dress code and with his crossover. When you look at the fact that he truly paved the way for hip hop culture with the league, with these NBA players making music, with these NBA players collabing with rappers, and the whole entire hip hop culture that you see now was paved because of Allen Iverson. And on top of things like him being the first ever 2K cover athlete, on top of him having one of the most iconic and big shoe brands in NBA history, and on top of him having things like the shooting sleeve that he also paved the way for. When the shooting sleeve first came out, it's the Allen Iverson sleeve. So when you look at his entire impact on the game, on court, off court, stuff like him impacting the zone defenses, he, in my opinion, is a more impactful player than LeBron James.
Okay. That's good because we all know AI was very impactful. So when I look at impactful, I look at, a little bit of different things. I look at what a player does to actually get his team in certain spots, certain positions, what they're doing on that team. So for instance, I don't believe anybody has led a team to more being the best players, leading them to the finals. Like we said, LeBron James is the only player to lead three different teams to titles as the Finals MVP. So that's very impactful. Not only that, there's no player who has led their team in scoring 20 times but LeBron James. There's not been one player who led their team in assists 20 times but LeBron James. LeBron James has led his team in defensive rebounds 15 times and steals 14 times. So we see how impactful he is on the court. When you look at value of replacement, which shows your like impact on the team, LeBron James leads in that in the postseason and in the playoffs. And him and Michael Jordan has led their teams more times in that category than anybody. So when we talk about impactful, we always talk about LeBron and Jordan. It's because we have the stats to actually back it up. But when you go about more than just stats, more than just points, go by scoring, assists, defense. LeBron James is more impactful as a player on his team than anybody has been in the history. Look at when he went to the Heat. They didn't make it out the first round for 4 years. Second year, they win the title. When he went back to the Cavs, they was in the lottery for 4 years. How impactful he is. Their first year, they're in the finals. Second year, they win the title. Go to the Lakers. 6 years, they were a lottery team for 6 years. Second year, they win the title. So that's what I look at how impactful somebody is on the court is when they're able to do things to get their team over the top, or they're constantly leading their team in categories like LeBron James has done with scoring, assisting, and his defense. That's why I say LeBron James is the most impactful player that I have ever seen in basketball, period. There's no one who's more impactful than him in
I
sports,
mean,
in basketball history.
yeah, the on-court impact, you can certainly say that LeBron James was the most on court impactful players in NBA history, and I would agree. But when I'm looking at just for overall impact, I'm looking at his impact relative to how he impacted the league and the history of the league. And when you look at Allen Iverson, his impact goes way beyond just purely on the court impact. Even if you look at his on court impact, he really paved the way for the score first guard. He really paved for the way for your guard to pretty much run the entire offense through your guard, passing, playmaking, and also scoring in a league and in an era which we called a big dominant era. He really paved the way for that. So again, like Allen Iverson impact is multiple eras of basketball, not just the 2000s, but also the 2010s, but also the 2020s now. A lot of these guards that we see had huge impact, they were impacted a lot by Allen Iverson and his style of play. And also, again, the off-court impact matters to me, too, when you talk about impact on the league. And I don't think you can really make a case for LeBron James outside of on-the-court impact for him to be more impactful than a guy like Allen Iverson, Will Chamberlain, or Magic Johnson.
So are you saying off the court, LeBron's not impactful?
No,
really?
Not saying he's not impactful off the court. He's not as impactful as Allen Iverson. I don't even think it's close.
But wait, Nahari, but to me, that doesn't sound as impactful as LeBron James off the court. I think player empowerment is way more important than just guys dressing in baggy clothes and having cornrows.
Yeah. They don't really do that anymore.
Like, yeah, they don't even like player
It's not
empowerment.
necessarily about them dressing in baggy clothes and cornrows, but a lot of players you see right now expressing themselves more in the way that they dress. When you look at the league back in Allen Iverson's day, they were not expressing themselves nowhere near like that because of the certain rules into which they only could wear suits and things of that nature. He paid point. Yeah,
Fashion?
yeah.
Like,
He
come on,
paved
bro.
the way.
You're
He paved the
talking
way
about-
for. He paved the way for overall fashion and players and expressing themselves. That was all Allen Iverson.
Like, fashion is more important than players being able to control their success.
Nobody said
Hold on for a
that,
second.
Ishmael.
No, you're saying it's more impactful because it's pretty much just fashion.
It was
That's what
it's
you're
a plethora. It was that's the argument you took. I had a plethora of
That
things
is why,
why Allen Iverson was more impactful.
Westbrook is wearing.
I said the hip hop culture that he brought, the hip hop culture that he brought to the league, which is undeniably what started with Allen Iverson. I'm talking about things like the shooting sleeves. Was Allen Iverson? I'm talking about his on-ball. I'm talking about his on-ball impact and the way he impacted his own defenses and the way he impacted the score first point guard and the offensive point guard.
Nahari, let me talk. Nahari, you said you don't think LeBron has the off-court impact, and I'm addressing that. You're talking about fashion, where in comparison, like you're talking about players that are able to be more in control of their success and how the end of their careers are going to be, like how much money and like player controlling that's way more valuable because it's going to affect the ability how your retirement is going to be and what you can do to provide for your family. Being in control of what you can provide for your family in comparison wearing cornrows and sleeves, like those are that's way better. I'd rather have that, and we're having to be forced to wear suits and cut my hair and control how much money and how much I'm able to control of what I've done in the success of my career financially, way more than being able to dress in hunky-dory like outfits and shit on the court. Like, come on, bro. Like that logically doesn't make any sense.
No,
especially if you're a grown adult.
No, nobody. Okay, Ishmael. The argument. Nobody's making an argument. Allen Iverson was more. Nobody is making. Okay, Ishmael. Nobody's going to make that argument that LeBron James wasn't impactful. Oh no. I said his off the court impact wasn't as great as Allen Iverson. You're making. Can you please mute your mic when I'm talking, please? You're saying things that I never said. Not once did I ever say LeBron James didn't have great off the court impact. His off the court impact wasn't as great as Allen Iverson because of a multiple things. Like I keep telling you, hip hop culture, undeniably, the hip hop culture that you see right now in today's game. No, that's not fashion. Two completely different things. When you see things like rappers making albums, that was started with Allen Iverson. When you see things like when you see things like NBA players collabing with rappers and things like of that nature, that was Allen Iverson. That is his off the court. That's his off the court impact.
I believe
when you look at LeBron James, yes, he had a big part. He had a big part.
That's what he's saying.
He had a big part in the player empowerment. There was player empowerment way before what LeBron James fans do is they try to give him all the credit, bro. There was power. There was player empowerment. There was player empowerment way before LeBron James. Shaq was a big part of the player empowerment. Will Chamberlain was a big part of player empowerment. Will Chamberlain? No, I'm saying when you look at Allen Iverson's individual impact, that was all him. That was all him.
There's no way,
and nobody was doing what Allen Iverson was doing as far as cultural impacts. We have never seen anything like that before, and still to this day, people still use those. Till this day, Allen Iverson still has an insane impact on this generation. His impact goes multiple generations, multiple decades. Yes, he does.
I don't think so.
Steph Curry himself said he's the biggest inspiration of his game. Steph Curry, the greatest point guard of our generation. The biggest inspiration to his game
20 years ago
is
he was.
Allen Iverson.
20 years ago he did. Not today.
There's no way you're arguing. You said specifically off the court, and LeBron doesn't have.
Did I never said? I said overall impact off court and on the court.
In comparison to like Allen Iverson, you said
yes.
And your comparison is pretty much fashion and rappers and versus player empowerment. Player empowerment, bro. Like that's not even an argument. Like a player being able to have the power to be able to choose how to impact their career, especially financial success, and be able to provide for their families is like that's not even an argument. Like I'd rather choose play. I'd rather be told to cut my hair.
Johnny.
My money, bro.
That's a Johnny. Yes. All right.
Again, your argument. The reason why your argument makes no sense because not once it's multiple things that made Allen Iverson's off-court impact in his presence felt. It wasn't just his fashion. Look, like I'm gonna continue to say it to this day. We seeing these players express themselves so insanely right now. That was because of Allen Iverson, and that's undeniable. I'm asking a question. The players that are expressing themselves with the fashion and the way that they wear their clothes, who started that way? Who paved the way? Allen Iverson. It was Allen Iverson, undeniably. Allen Iverson had one. Allen Iverson had one of the most iconic shoe brands. Allen Iverson paved the way he played basketball.
It's fine.
Okay.
AI was very impactful off the court, like in the 2000s. That nigga was amazing. All right.
What was that guy? Billy, what was that guy name who played for the Knicks years ago? He does the color commentating now. He wore all them crazy outfits.
Talk about
Walt Frazier.
Talk about Walt Frazier. Yeah, Walt Frazier. Yeah.
He started that.
Yeah, he started it. If you want to be honest.
I gotta go to church, man. You can say that. You can say that, but I can say the same thing with the player empowerment.
Yeah, you gonna let me talk or what?
Go ahead.
All right.
I gotta go to church. I'm about to be late for church, man. All right. Now I'm gonna leave y'all with a couple of words. Usually when I come back, y'all still on, so I get back on. But look, I'm gonna leave y'all with something. Now the name of his media company is Spring Hill that he has since entertainment that he has since 2007, right? Okay. Now, from that shit, who's the that's a media company. Now, 2014, it kind of integrated into what? Like more leaning towards what? More athletes and giving them their flowers and all that shit. So it throws the athletes in there. And then it also leads to what? A robot company. You want me to read it directly since y'all probably ain't getting this? I'm just going to read it directly from Google. Okay. Now, it talks about his Spring Hill Entertainment that came in 2007, correct? All right. Now, attached to that is also the uninterrupted portion of it when it deals with mainly what? Athletes and empowering them and giving them their flowers and all that. So if you piss them off, you ain't getting on that damn thing. You feel what I'm saying? Now, amongst the whole thing is Maverick Carter. You know who he is, right? And also Serena Williams is on the board of directees. Okay. Now look, it goes to a robot company. Now you already know that's the future. That's where all the money is going to be going. Remember the robots? You don't remember seeing them in the game? Like they showing you how the robots just sit there and how they move and shit in the crowd. You didn't see that shit? You didn't see that shit last year? You didn't see that? Okay. So that's showing you all the money and all the people behind the scenes that's dealing with dude. Why you think dude ain't been smacked yet? He would have got stolen on like Chris Childs did Kobe a long time ago, but R.I.P. Kobe. That's the whole thing. It starts with the media company in 2007, them forming it to nothing but a lot of athletes on 2014, and then in 2016, him joining with Maverick Carter and Serena Williams. Ooh, you want to hear who else is on the list? You're going to have to Google that your damn self. But they all intertwine with each other, goddamn. They all intertwine with each other, man. They working together, man. They working together, man. But still, LeBron's still a bum. He still look like trash dog shit on 2011, and you can't come back from that, fam. That's why I removed Roberto Duran from the Four Kings, fam. Because instead of throwing them rocks like them stones like he was supposed to be doing like David versus Goliath, he sat on the motherfuckers and said, no mas. You can't be one of the top kings and you quit in a fight like he did, like LeBron did. He quit in 2009, quit in 2010, got his ass chewed down by damn Pauls, by Jason Terry. That y'all don't understand. Jason Terry in less minutes coming off the bench averaged more than LeBron James. Then LeBron James. Oh my God. He averaged more than that nigga coming off the bench in less minutes. So he couldn't move JJ Barrera. He couldn't move old Jason Kidd. And he couldn't move Sean Marion, Deshaun Stevenson, and none of them niggas. And they realized he was weak as hell. And you know why he couldn't do it? Because they had already closed the doggone LaBalco fucking company a couple of months prior to that. He needed a re-up, He couldn't re-up, That's what happened. He ran out of that in 2011, got his ass kicked. That's what happened, sir. Now, if you want to see everything, go look at it. Go Google it, because I make my own points. I don't go by ESPN, and I damn sure ain't going by y'all, because y'all don't know basketball, fellas. Now, I'll be back at the church, motherfuckers, and I won't be dipped in Diddy on. Okay? Now, tell him.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Now, tell the dick suck / the don't know shit with his son, Ho Bronny, to go to a goddamn Diddy party and get Diddy oiled up, goddammit. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. And I'm out.
Let's go.
I wanna real quick though, before I get up out of here, in the argument that Ishmael was making, the reason why the argument is disingenuous was because LeBron James, it was multiple other players before LeBron James who empowered and player empowerment, such as Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Will Chamberlain was the first ever free agent in NBA history. So again, we understand there were multiple other players before Allen Iverson who did the fashion thing and expressed themselves through their clothes, but we understand Allen Iverson is really the guy who put that in the forefront and impacted the league and forced them to change the rules. That's how impactful he was with his culture and fashion. And also, Allen Iverson, being him as a player, is more impactful as a player than LeBron James, because we've seen multiple other players after him and during his time that inspired their play style because of Allen Iverson. When you look at LeBron James, his play style he didn't really necessarily inspire multiple other play styles the way Allen Iverson did, the way he impacted his game on the court, because that was mainly Magic Johnson really inspired that way of playing, the 6'9" guard, handling the ball, passing, and playmaking. So that's why I think Allen Iverson is more impactful. And I also think Will Chamberlain is more impactful as well.
All right. We're about to go ahead and get out of here. Let me go with the last takes. Go ahead, John. Let me get your last take for today.
I think we had a great debate today. I wish we could have finished on the Lakers Golden State debate we was having earlier, because I had more. I had more in the chamber for my Shaq points. But I
Travis
like today.
was ready to end that debate. He was done talking
He
about
was
it.
ready to switch. Travis was ready to switch. I kept going at that. So hey, I like that we all don't agree at the same time. Like the guy was making his point about Allen Iverson, and Ishmael was making his point about LeBron James. And I believe everybody should have a right to speak and have it speak up on their points and stand 10 toes down. And hey, I believe this show could be the biggest show out there. Hey, stand 10 toes down on your point, and let's keep doing this every week.
All right. Go ahead, Ishmael, and get your last take.
Look, if I had to choose between fashion and player empowerment, I'm picking player empowerment. All right, bro. If I had to think about impacting for my family and making conditions for my career more incredible incredibly more comfortable and think about where I want to live and all that, and contract wise and and legacy. I'm picking player empowerment, but LeBron James is still more impactful. Like, bro, it's not just player empowerment.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. It's especially from a business aspect, especially things outside of basketball where he's also influenced. He's one of another few athletes like Shaquille O'Neal that's gone into movies. Has more influence with rappers. He has more influence with his own companies. Like, dude, like he's like influence outside of basketball in trying to have more charities donate for his community. Like, Allen Iverson is not fucking in comparison just because of freaking fashion, bro.
This is the problem with.
Let me
And
finish.
again,
I'll let you talk, bro.
Oh, go
Brother
ahead. I
Harden,
thought you were done because you stopped. My
like,
fault.
we're talking about helping his friend influence Clutch Sports. You know how he partnered with his longtime friend Rich Paul and establishing the Clutch Sports Group, like stuff like that, like with great like sports agencies, a bunch of business ventures. That is way more impactful in a community aspect and for player aspect than I get to braid my hair now and wear a sleeve. Oh my God, I'm so cool. I get to express me wearing a pink suit. So that's so impactful. Like, I'd rather pick LeBron all day. I'm making more money. I'm in control of my destiny and everything. So yeah.
And this is the problem I have, me personally. I want to say this real quick, please. Let me get this off real quick.
Hurry up.
All right, thank you. This is the problem I have with. This is the problem I have with a lot of LeBron fans. I'm not a Jordan fan or LeBron fan. I'm a Kareem fan. That's my goal. But the problem I have with LeBron fans is their arguments are so disingenuous, and it's not even funny. He's keep talking about fashion. And not once did in my arguments that I mentioned just fashion. See, I quite literally said, Allen Iverson was more impactful. Hold on, Ishmael. See, just gotta listen. Let's listen. I said multiple times, Allen Iverson was not more impactful.
Wrap it up.
Oh yeah. Allen Iverson had more impact as far as his game, the way he played to impact players in this generation and his own generation. And he also was more impactful off the court for multiple reasons outside of him. Players have been able to express themselves with his hip hop culture. One of the most iconic shoe brands ever, first ever 2K cover athlete, etc. Right? Pretty much that's why he was more impactful. Not just fashion. It's multiple things. It's a plethora of things.
All right. Go ahead, Sturdy. Go ahead.
John Stockton's not a top 5 point guard, of course. Jerry West is definitely a point guard. Stop letting these old heads or whoever lie to y'all. The dude's a point guard. He played 11 years as a point guard. He's a point guard. Third thing is watch the games, bro. Watch the games. Like, there's so many ways to watch games today. You can judge it for yourself. You don't have to rely on media. You don't have to rely on bad takes or just popular takes to judge and influence your opinion. You can literally watch it for yourself and formulate your own opinion. Be your own person. Last thing too, I like you guys. I respect you guys. I consider you guys my brethren, but this is the only time I'm gonna let that Lamar Jackson dismissal slide. All right, do believe for you to say Joe Burrow and Josh Allen don't have an MVP because of Patrick Mahomes is extremely disrespectful to the guy right now who's leading the league in passer rating, touchdowns, and I believe still second, just now second in quarterback rushing yards too. So that's Lamar Jackson, the other 2-time MVP. So
I was saying that they don't have MVP because of Patrick Mahomes' season, because no one was going to win MVP in Lamar Jackson seasons.
Oh, that's facts. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like that was a little slight dismissal. I'm like, nah, dog. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes couldn't even win MVP in Lamar Jackson seasons.
No, not at all. But
Lamar should have won last year.
He should win this year. But
no, I said Lamar should have won last year because if I word you off your word, that was Dak Prescott last year. Just off your words, that was Dak Prescott.
Oh, no. I was just saying the dismissal of it. I wasn't saying that was the reason why he's MVP. I'm saying that's why this guy should not dismissed. But that's not here nor there. Thanks for the debate show. I do think y'all should follow up on the reason why the quote unquote misperception of the numbers being down for the NBA. I think that was an interesting part of the stream, but it was a great show, y'all.
Yeah, I know we did go over that before, but we could continue this. The viewership being down, and that the 3 ball, which is ruining the game, so we probably revisit that anyways. But all right, guys. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. It's almost 1 o'clock. So, thanks to everybody for coming on. Everybody in the chat. Yeah, that crazy dude was crazy as hell. So it's gonna be a funny video about him, man. I'll see you guys, I guess, next week.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and A Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing, and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.